Oh, and we are live. We are live, guys. We are live. Let me turn this down. And right here, we are live. So welcome, guys. Let's see who will be first here today. Whoever happens to be first. I don't know what we have for the person, but whoever happens to be first gets something, I guess. Yeah, something. Oh, Charlie, how is my light? Is it too bright? Oh, hold on. Let me reduce it a bit. David Spencer. Yeah, T-Flex, Charlie, we know the joke. Charlie, Motown, we know they carry last. You bab. Yeah, Evans. What's up? You see, small, I'm changing my setup. Yeah. Hey, Jack. What's up? Okay, so David Mensah was first, but I won't give him anything. T-Flex, you like being on me too much, so nothing for you. Evans, you're number 2. Jack, number 3. Lydia. Yeah, Lydia, Charlie. I'm trying to do some. You see, the pressure Evans gave me, no be small. And team also added. And today I was with Kojo them. He also added. So guys, welcome. Let me greet you guys. I have Davis Mensah, Evans, Bafor, Jack, Lydia, Akosia, Elom. Yes. So good evening, guys. Yeah, Lydia, you miss Evans. So don't worry. Today too, he will come on, and then we will be able to see the. So today we'll be showing some setup after we are done with Team 1000 words. So the other time we had Team on, and then later Pocho joined. But tonight we have both of them on talking to us about Team 1000 words. The last time it was just about individual ourselves, but today we are looking at Team 1000. Davis, it looks like your kitchen without the shelves. Davis Mensah, praise me small. Yes, Lydia, you can check it. It's the same name, Evans Bafor. Yeah, Kojo is going to be here also. Yes. So, guys, welcome. Let me just share the link. If you're in the various WhatsApp groups, please share the links so that we can move on. And how is my sound like? I've decided to keep the mic down here. It's over here is the condenser mic. I didn't want it to be in frame, so I decided to keep it somewhere here. So let me know if the sound is good, so we can move on. And oh, Davis, today I'm wearing shirt. You say I'm always wearing t-shirts. Today I'm wearing shirt. So are you happy with your life? Okay, let me copy the link and share it so the others can join. Then we have Team 1000. Well, don't forget to drop your thumbs up. Oh, okay. Team is already here. Yes, team. I have to look. I have to look awesome. You know. I have to look awesome. You guys gave me too much pressure. Too much pressure. Hey, starting from Evans. Then team also gave me the pressure. Then today I saw Kojo them set up. I was like, damn it, I have to get it. I was wondering where I should rush it. Yes, David Mensah says I always wear t-shirts. So today I'm doing a shirt. You know, I've buttoned all the way to it feels like I'm choking, but David Mensah, for you, I have to go and look for something nicer to wear. Team, yo, Michael, what's up? Pocho, you guys are here. Awesome. Let me send the stream link. Okay, so right there, Pocho, you and team can join. You guys can join. Evans there on another level. I wanted to do something like that, but it was just too much. Yes, why wouldn't it be too much? Eh? Eh, T-shirts. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Cool. This is not the real me. This today I'm just putting up appearance so that T-Flex will be happy. And oh, behind me it's some sound panel. I don't know. Is my sound okay? Because this guy sometimes gives me some like grinding something. I'm powering it through an amp, and sometimes it gives me that sound. So you guys should let me know if it's okay or I should cover. In fact, let me cover it. Yes. Okay, so team, you and Pocho can join right away using the StreamYard link in the chat whilst I send the link over to other people to join. T-Flex, are you happy with your life? I've done what you like. Ah, listen up. She's calling you madam and you don't like it. I know people who will kill to be called madam. So take it. Oh, okay, my sound is fine. Thank you, Akosia. Akos, last time you joined, but you didn't show us your face. Eh? So the sound panel at the back is supposed to, it's mainly for recorded videos. Oh, Pocho is here. All right, Pocho, I'm adding you. If you're ready to be added, please just give me the thumbs up so I add you. Pocho, give me thumbs up. All right. So, also, hey. Okay, Hey, Charlie, I like the light behind you. I need to fix one because T-Flex says my background looks like a kitchen. I mean, how can he say that?
You see. We don't do much, but we do something, understand? Yeah.
Charlie. People they give pressure.
Oh, but you foresee my setup. My setup, you go laugh safe.
My front light.
Oh, I don't know.
Show it small. We want it small before team go come. Small.
No, if I show up, I will move my camera. I go but actually, what is in front is a TV.
It's a TV.
Yeah, thank you.
So you're using TV to light yourself.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
I just put on I just opened Microsoft Word so I have a white screen. You understand?
T-Flex, you're laughing at me that I have what it looks like a kitchen. You see what Pocho is showing us? TV. He's using a TV.
I be the thing there. It be how you go look inside the camera window.
Yeah, Tim said he's going to find a shirt to wear because I'm wearing shirt, so he also wants to wear shirt. So he's going to find a shirt to wear. So we are waiting for him. Once he come on, then we can start bombarding you with the questions.
Sure. I didn't get the shirt memo, but hey, Charlie, T-shirt over
no. You see, T-shirt is I prefer T-shirt because it makes me feel like me. You know. Makes me feel like me. Yeah, Evans, he's using I'm sure it's a 75-inch TV because the way the light is very soft. I'm sure it's a huge TV. Oh, Pocho has vanished. But I was saying I'm sure the TV he's using is a 75-inch. Okay, we are live with Team 1000 words. Okay, Kojo Adam is here. Kojo Adam. What's up? Charlie, you guys are showing us level. Chai. Okay, Pocho is back. Adam, we can't hear you.
Sorry about that.
Yo, Adam.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Adam, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie, tonight, hey, YouTube, Charlie, that pillow. How can I get that
pillow, relax for the
Charlie, Adam, I beg the YouTube pillow. No. The YouTube pillow, where will get some for? It is for Kanta or Accra.
You asked my wife.
Hey,
Charlie,
wait, hold on. So why are you guys giving pressure like that?
I mean, you say
wife,
make everybody
wife.
bring your
Catalyst will
setup.
come.
I beg.
Or
No,
make you come
Catalyst
up
will
for
come.
them.
He'll be talking about wife.
The way
Then you guys will be. You are all talking about wife. What's up?
that they should say you for marry you bab.
Huh?
Charlie, good night.
You talk to.
Conjure them. Good night.
Oh, make you don't do that.
You spoiled that. Charlie, pressure. Hey, Seun, welcome. You guys are okay. Tim says he's having issues with his cam, so he'll be on short. Hey, Charlie, pressure. No be small setup. Team they bring cam. Hey,
This it no be any big setup. Yeah, you know.
okay, Adam. Hey, Charlie, some neon lights on the wall. Adam, tell us, show us your setup. Give us small pressure. Give us small pressure. Not plenty, small pay.
Okay, so the camera they use be the same camera they use, D750, and then
Wow.
the SL60 Godox in 90 centimeters.
Yes, conjure them. Your volume is low, so can you up it a bit?
You hear me?
Yes, now it's fine.
It's better.
Yes.
It be okay. Okay. Yeah. So 90 cm deep parabolic, about an arm length for me. The brightness be 50.
Measurement, you know.
Oh.
You get remote control.
Measurement. Yeah. This is what they talk. You know.
your light get remote control because you want the remote to give me the value. Hey, Pocho, why? You guys. Hey, Adam.
Pocho.
You guys are a level low.
Workshop day. I measure the 2cc.
But
is it arm length?
All of a sudden, that is say to the measure.
Oh,
the pressure you put the game.
That is say to the measure because how you will be carrying tape measure that is.
Wow, Charlie, you guys they give pressure. Ni, you see what's happening? See the pressure they are giving. Hey, Charlie, I'll make a turn off my camera. Now wait there. I can't. I thought I did something now. They say my own they look like kitchen cabinet without the drawers. Hey,
It look more like a podcast studio to me. Your setup. Now they fill up.
Yeah. Yeah, be cool.
You see my back.
What
you see what they my back?
What paneling?
So if you go
what be the wood paneling or what?
It will give you some clean audio. I don't know how.
Oh, it be this, it be the wallpaper. I buy for China more today, no.
Charlie.
Hey, make photos. Welcome. Oh, Adam, go on. Tell us about your setup with the arm's length and then the remote control that's yours. Okay, so the remote, does it come with every SL?
So far, all the SL versions I've seen has this one, but the Mark II, the 150 Mark II, doesn't operate with this remote. So if you use the Mark II, this one will go work with them. But any other SL versions, LED lights, Godox, this one particularly works. So where you go fit group them. So if you have a lot, you will fit group them, then set up. So maybe group A, maybe the front light, the key light for the front. Group B, maybe some rim light. Then you go give all of them channels. So if one be higher, you go reduce some then things. It just they operate like the normal strobe.
The triggers.
Strobe triggers. Yeah, it no be any.
Okay, so Pocho, Mick says you were his mate at Infantipim. Mick is in New York now. And he says,
okay.
Hey, team, you go wear suit. Wow.
Oh yeah. How for do? What's up, everybody? What's up?
Oh yeah.
I was wearing a t-shirt. So I say boys they look good. So Charlie, I just
Tim,
Charlie guy, but
no, this pressure is too much.
Oh, sir.
I
got time for this.
Hey, I'm out for Charlie
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
So you go.
No, this pressure is too much.
Hey, this is your background self. You background way you got you release out 2 years, 2 years. You go and rap.
Go pick up. Yeah. You
This your
know,
studio life is it's not fun, it's not fun.
you see, I
Wow,
was
Charlie.
inspired by
So,
people like
guys,
Kojo Edem and some other guys, but then Charlie, as he say, I for
hey,
increase my levels. But the work was too hard, so I just used the background instead.
oh wow,
So good.
wow. Okay, so my dear subscribers, please watch the 4 screens and look at the pressure these 3 other guys. The one, hey, wait, hold on. The one over here, the one down here, and the other one over there. You see the 3 people. Look at their setup. See the pressure they. I thought I did something, Charlie. I just noticed I'm back to square one. So tomorrow I'll go to China Mall again and see what else I can get from there. So
Maybe you
on
should
that
try and see if you
note,
can get a
but you
Canon
see-
camera.
No, Charlie. The other thing
I think
was
my
gonna
only
say
problem
that
is the camera.
see-
Yeah.
No, that's not your only problem. 3 people here,
Okay.
they can talk, say they get wife. They get wives. You understand? Maybe
Okay.
that
So,
might
so I know
change.
where this is going. I know where this is going because all 3 of you have wife and Charlie Paul. Look at the pressure they are giving me. 1, they are giving me pressure to marry. 2,
So,
they are saying my setup looks like a kitchen without cabinet. So let me tell you guys, this thing you're seeing behind here, the sound panel, no. Do you know what exactly it is? Egg crate. We are spraying.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all.
Yeah, Paul. It be egg crate too. Egg
correct.
crate. Where I buy this Abro spray, the black one. We are spraying. It be the Charlie.
Oh, nice. But it looks good though.
Yeah.
But
So
it-
Paul,
I should also go and buy more eggs.
Pocho,
I have plenty in my kitchen. I used to eat 7 eggs a day.
Well,
Hey,
let's do the use. In
right
background,
now you lay eggs.
no, I dey feel Pocho in background.
Okay, so Adam says he has a question for you guys before we start the real show. So Adam, your question.
What lens is Pocho using right now?
Yes, Pocho, what's your setup? What's your camera?
Okay, so I'm using a 51.8 on an EOS R. In front of me is a big TV. So that's lighting me. And my background, the light behind me is actually my room light, which is lighting. It's a wood board paneling, which is like a partition. So me, you see, I test this setup and where I see say, Massa, that be it. Not they hear any extra editing. So if I do like Zoom call where I won't rush the people out. I can't do it for here. Yeah, my works. So yeah. Yeah.
That's your Charlie.
Okay, Adam.
Once
I'm done with
Adam,
two people.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that one for the YouTube.
The YouTube pillow there, him the killer one for the side.
When the YouTube pillow gets some light for it, but this small. Like,
can you imagine?
No
I must write
me.
YouTube behind my on the background.
Me too. No, me. I conjure them. I'll see your wife, so that pillow I must get 1 year, 1 year.
You bab.
Oh, and they said
Charlie, be like I
can tell you one thing. So starting YouTube was my wife's idea. He wanted us to start a couples channel, and then we started actually, but an incident happened, and then Charlie, it got us traumatized, and we decided as a night to our dream. So it's me na mitwa and I'm Boram.
Look at him.
So
yeah, that works.
Okay, yeah, let's
It is not allowed. Tim, it is not allowed.
Oh, you hate us.
Hey, it works. You are using egg crate. He's using white paper.
Yeah, look, I'm using white
pillow.
Okay, so guys, as it stands now, I'm the only one using a webcam. Now, Tim is using an EOS R. Pocho is using an EOS R. and Adam is using the Nikon D750. I mean, how can you guys fight with me? Why? Have you guys shut out or what?
We are not fighting.
Is this a fair fight, guys?
We are not fighting. It's not a fight, my friend. Yeah,
that we look good online.
It's not this. Exactly.
It's not a fight. It's not a fight. It's not a fight at all.
It's not a fight. We are just encouraging.
Okay, all right. It has been established that it's not a fight. Tomorrow, the thing I told you, tomorrow I'm going to Rome and make sure I fix it so that we will come back here. In fact, these 4 people, somebody to take a screenshot. These 4 people, tomorrow, another time, we are coming back the same thing. We will come and do a reassessment. I am not agreeing to this one. It is not allowed. You guys came with swords and things, and me, I came with toothpick. What is that? Okay, so guys, we are about to start tonight's session. You guys shouldn't worry us with this marriage things. Okay, all right. So we'll come back, getting to the end of this. We'll come back and then we'll deal with the setup. So let's get straight to business. So Kojo, I will just take you off momentarily so that once I'm done with Tim and Pocho, I will bring you back so that we discuss setup. And I'm sure there are other guys who want to go into this. So we just need to encourage them, about the things we use so that they can also try there. So just stay around here. Once I'm done with their interview, I'll bring you back.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm the toothpick, and then there are 2 swords, one with bazooka and all that. Okay, so Mandy has taken the screenshot. Mandy, kindly send it to me on WhatsApp. I need to keep it because we will come back to this fight. Paul says, please ask Adam to enlighten us on how he used his D750. Yes, he has a capture card, but then he will come back, and then I actually got on his neck to do the setup so that he shows us how he did it. So Paul, he will come back at the end of this to do that. Mick is saying, since you're a Nikon guy, I can send you a 4K cam link and you can connect your cam noise for. Also, Mick, we will talk behind the scene. You guys, you see the pressure they give. Hey, they come over your pressure, okay? All right, Mick, we'll talk about that once I'm done with this live session. Awesome. Charlie, we are getting there. Evans, it's true. I brought, Pocho, the last time Seun was laughing at you that you had a rice cooler behind you. And today there's no rice cooler. So
see, the rice cooler has not moved. The rice cooler has not moved. We have just used less magic to hide everything. You understand?
Wow. EOSR.
It's still in
EOSR. Okay, so guys, welcome to tonight's session. We have the squad, Last time it was just on personal levels. Today we are talking about the brand Team 1000 words. I won't talk about them. They will have to do the intro themselves. So briefly, I don't know. Now I'm going to refer to you guys as 1000, Team 1000. So whoever is going to answer, both of you should decide. Team 1000. There is no 1000. Like 1000 sounds like 1000 there.
This is my wife.
Okay, so Team 1000.
Team 1000.
Okay, so I'll refer to you as Team 1000. So the 2 of you should decide who picks it. Don't worry, you can ask for a backup from your individual wives to come and answer. But don't tease me with it, please. Don't tease me with it. It is not allowed. Okay, so guys,
it's against the code of honor to tease wifeless guys. So no worries.
Oh, Charlie, that already is a tease, man. That already is a blow, man. Where is Catalyst? Catalyst, if you're around, please come on. You're my co-host for tonight. So please, if you're around, please come on. Okay, so guys, briefly tell us about Team 1000 words. Briefly.
Tim, I mean you be the Tim.
Hey, okay. If I want to be as brief as possible, we are a team of like-minded content creators who have come together to do business, make money, produce great work. So essentially, that's it. If you want to be very brief.
Yeah.
Okay, so give us the semi-brief one.
Hey, semi-brief.
So just
yes.
Well, in the details of it, it's a journey that myself and Tim started, which is now about what, 7 years. Oh, you want to say hello? Okay, that's
Yeah.
my daughter as well. Let's say hello.
Hello.
Hey, Michaela, what's up?
Hello.
Okay. You want to say how are you? Say it. How are you? Okay. Good. I think you heard.
I'm fine. How are you
You
doing?
didn't- you heard, but the
I heard
volume is low.
you.
I'm listening to. So I'll come back again. Okay.
Okay, while Pocho is indisposed,
Yes.
yeah. So initially was started by Pocho and I. At that time, we had two other people with us. That's and now maybe people will know him as the Grey Shutter, and Caleb. Now people know him as the Black Shutter. And
Wow.
eventually we grew. We had an additional partner who came in, Emmanuel Gamon. Some people know him from YFM. He used to have a show on YFM as well. And little by little, the team grew. We added more people. We learned more. We expanded our services, and yeah, we're Team 1000words.
Yeah.
So, guys, they gave us a brief intro and a not so brief intro. Now, guys, let me go straight to my blazing guns. Now, those in the chat, please, you can drop your questions for them. It's hard coming by these two guys. I texted Pocho. It took 48 hours. As for Tim, he will disappear but come last minute. That's one thing I like about him. He disappears and comes last minute. So as you have them here now, please drop your questions. I'm sure most of you have questions for them. And Patrick, I know you're also married. Don't come and add salt to my injury, okay? Let me enjoy my single life. Thank you. Okay. So your first question: what is the top 3 things that you can attribute to the success of Team 1000words?
From my perspective, it was just good timing. We got into the space just with the right kind of ideas at the time when the space was ready for the ideas that we had. That's one. Second thing was that we kind of grew together. So we managed to create across board for all the shooters, right? We had similar outputs, and we tried to make sure that every one of our shooters could shoot in the style that we, are pushing. So when the client saw work from any one of us, it didn't look like there was a problem with that. Like, you can't say that, okay, Kucho shot this or Tim shot that. So that was having that uniformity across teams. And the last thing was working as a team. I think we came into the space when the idea of working in a team was not really that's much of a big deal. Like, it wasn't being pushed. People were individual photographers and they were known as an individual photography brand. But the idea of us working in a team soon began to bear fruit when we were able to do so much more than that one person photograph. Because that one person, when they book you and then later you have another booking, they call and you're like, oh, I'll send somebody else. The people are like, nah, we want to see you. So for us, that wasn't a problem, and we could do so much more. Now today, I see that a lot of people have learned from that model, and they're actually doing that, which is really like, that's the way to go, Charlie. So yeah, those three. Tim, if you have anything to add.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think one of the things which is advantageous for us that keeps us together as a team is individual characters, but we share some commonalities. I mean, we all share the same faith. We all have the same kind of drive to create amazing work. We all have the willingness to work together. And so I think that's all part of the success. I mean, when you have people who are willing to work together and put the team above themselves, then I think that's one of the great things that just pushes you forward and keeps you moving.
Okay, so David Spencer is asking, how many are you in number currently?
Hey, currently, I think we're like 10.
Yeah.
Are we 10?
Yeah.
Like 10.
And then we have what
We
we
have a
You
call
few
need just one
assistants
more
and
person
apprentices
to be a
from the
soccer
staff.
team.
Can you imagine? Don't worry, we'll co-opt our kids. They're not too bad.
yeah.
Add one more so that you have a whole soccer team.
Yeah. But also we have like people we call associates. I mean, people we call on if we need extra helping hands. So I think in was it 2017 or 2018, we had this party with most of the people who we call, and that was quite a sizable number of people. But one thing we also do is we try and maintain a lot of relationships with lots of people across board, because again, collaborations there. If you can do good collaborations, it's a win-win. So yeah, but yeah, for the core team, it's about 10.
Okay, so guys in the chat, please confirm if you're having problems with the audio. Is it buffering? Because it seems to be buffering at my end. I don't know if it's just my end or it's all round. So let me know if it's buffering at your end also. Now Mandy says, hold on one second. What are some of the challenges working as a team? This is coming from Mandy O Photography.
I mean, I think I also saw. Hello, Mandy. I saw her first question asking if we've had some dropouts. Oh yeah, dropouts there. I mean, and you see, the way we try to maintain a relationship is that, yeah, we had people who came and they didn't stay as part of the team. Oh, quite a number of them, but we have good relationships with them, I think. And what are the challenges? So back to the question. What are the challenges of managing a team?
What are some of the challenges working as a team?
Working as a team. Oh, yeah. I mean, Charlie, everybody's different, but so finding or trying to create a synergy is always a very, how do I call it? It's not it's people you have to, everybody has to give up something, and going through that process can sometimes be sometimes painful, but like Tim said, one advantage we have is that for most part we are all looking in the same direction. So because the focus tends to be in the same direction, it's helped us to scale through and to come up with solutions for how to work together as a team. But yeah, I mean, Tim, a more concrete answer, because media will do the execution of it.
Hey, is Tim frozen? He's
so.
frozen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's frozen. Okay, so as we wait for him to chip in his yes. So Mandy is asking, have you had some dropouts?
Yes. Now saying yes.
Okay.
Yes. People we have people who left. I mean, they went on to build their own personal brands, and yeah, we maintained the relationship. Some then just maintained, we had this associate relationship with them. So if we needed help, if we needed help with anything, sometimes we call them. But
okay.
Yeah, we've had people who left.
Okay. And then David Spencer is asking, are there lady photographers in your team?
Currently, yes, there is. We've had inconsistent lady numbers, and I mean, part of the challenge has been that, yeah, unfortunately, we run things boys mode. So it became very difficult to create a space for ladies. That's our fault. But over time, we currently have a female photographer, Salome. She's been working with us for about 2 years. I mean, she started from scratch. We trained her, so now she's gotten to the level where she assists and she can actually shoot events by herself as well. So yeah, she's our pink shutter. I mean, we have not given her a shutter color yet, but yeah, she's there. Yeah. So we
All
do
right. So
have
okay, we'll come back to your color codes and then some other question concerning that. Now, Seun from Enfield is asking, what makes you both, as in you and team, what makes you stand out in the organization apart from being the team creators?
I think, okay, so again, it comes down to personality. Well, for most the people that came alongside, we groomed most of them. That's been a model we kind of work with. We tend to pick people from backgrounds like they have little or no background in photography, but have a lot of interest and passion in it, and then we groom them. So for most part, we've played a mentor role in the company. So most of the people that come alongside us look up to us until they become big enough to also stand on their feet. Then it becomes a relationship of equals, but there is that respect because we give them the platform to grow. So, and then, well, one thing that especially Tim has is the spirit of learning. He's always up to date with a lot of things. So somebody like Tim, Charlie, when you think that you know, one day you sit down and then you show that Charlie, you don't know anything. So there's always that respect for him. Me, I don't know. They say I'm a nice guy, so I guess being nice helps. People look up to you for being nice, and they respect my opinion. So that has been my experience. People tend to listen to me when I give them direction. And the other thing we try to do is we don't just limit to work, because I mean, for anyone that comes under our wings, my goal is to help them, stabilize and also see a future for themselves, map out a career and growth for themselves. So yeah, that's
okay. I'll come and see you for direction.
Oh, sure.
All right. So Mandy O says she will join Salome. So
Mandy, we can't handle you. A big woman. Hey,
you can't handle say.
International
your video is off.
Hey,
we can't see you. You can't see your video, team.
We should.
I'm hiding my face. I'll join soon.
It is us that should come to you, Mandy, and say, "Oh, Mandy, please, can you use us in Los Angeles somewhere? We'll carry your equipment.
We'll carry.
Hey, what do you want us to do for you again? Do you want us to lie down so that you walk on us and take that perfect picture?
Very important.
You guys can give pressure. You guys can give from giving me camera pressure. Now you're giving Mandy pressure. What is that?
No, Mandy is a big woman. She's a big woman.
We had Mandy here last week, and she was fantastic.
No, okay, so Mandy, I'm not saying it's for this thing. I'm serious. I know because Enam has worked with you, so I know the history and all that. So
I see. Okay, Mandy. So you heard it. They've confessed right here. So we'll take them up for that. So when Mandy comes to Ghana after the lockdown, she's coming to Team 1000 Words. Thank you for the word so sweet.
Always welcome.
All right. So your second question. You are well known for shooting weddings, right?
Yeah.
But what other kind of gigs do you prefer shooting?
Documentary. I like
documentaries are cool. Yeah. And architecture. And architecture too is very enjoyable.
Okay. So is that to say that now, aside weddings, you guys do architecture and documentaries?
Yep.
Very much so. In
I
fact, we
wish
do a
I
whole
wish
lot of
I had
things.
but yeah, now dear Charlie, I be it's buga season.
Okay, so now we are back to the colors things. I know from Stella, I got to know that Stella, I think, was blue shutter.
Blue shutter. Yeah.
Yes. So from Stella, then I noticed, you guys use you just mentioned a couple of colors, pink shutter, and all that, black shutter. I don't think you have black shutter yet. That person.
Yeah, we do.
Hey,
We have
black
black
shutter, like black
Go
sheep.
on. Yeah, no, share. Hey, he's a big boy. He's
Very big.
okay.
Big boy. Share. Hey, that's my guy.
All right. So
Yeah,
Kojonem is asking, is any of you an architect?
Not an architect, but
no.
I did building technology. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a construction background.
All right. So kindly explain the rainbow colored shutters you guys designed yourselves. Explain to us. Let's understand.
So I mean, the genesis of it all was that we wanted a way for the individual photographers to have a brand identity under the big brand, like team1000words. So then the idea we got was that everyone will have a shutter color, a way of branding yourself personally. So the black shutter. So if you go to Instagram, the black shutter, the gray shutter, they branded themselves. Even now, the blue shutter has been taken by Salome, right? Salome is calling herself the blue shutter. Yeah. So we've reassigned it. But
it's
yeah,
almost like the Power Rangers,
Yeah, exactly.
So when somebody drops, they leave the color behind.
Well, I mean, it was never but it was never yours in the first place. If you're not
okay, just say numbers.
You can't take the ring away, you understand?
You can't take your jersey away.
Exactly. So then for all our official company work, we use the white shutter. But if you wanted to show your personal work, you could use your color shutter. So that way the logo would be all around, different colors, but it still speaks to the mother brand. So if you go, the black shutter uses the black logo, the gray shutter uses the grayish logo. I am the gold shutter. I used to use the gold shutter, but nowadays in social media. And Tim is the purple shutter. He uses the purple logo. So you see the logo, and it will be all around. That was the goal of it, so that we are showing our connection to the mother brand, but also building our individual brands under the mother brands.
Okay, so I missed a part. You said the mother brand has a color.
It's white.
It's white. Yes, so it kind of follows light. When you combine all the colors, you get white, and so that's kind of the idea behind it.
Physics has entered this thing now. Wow.
Oh yeah, so I'm physics.
Yeah. Charlie, we are scientific people. Very scientific people.
Yes,
scientific.
And in case you don't know, Caleb, the one who has just dropped that message there, he is the black shutter.
Black shutter.
So,
salute. I see.
We have more team members around.
I see. Yeah, so far you said 10. So if we should count the colors, I'm sure we'll run out of colors. I will start mixing two together to get another color.
We have magenta. We have what else? We have purple. We have gold. I am gold, by the way. Somebody was asking me. Yeah, I'm gold.
Okay, yeah. Kojoden was asking. You are gold. That's why you have the gold lighting. Has it got any effect on your lighting?
How did you notice? You understand? Yeah, everything is gold. In fact,
really? Okay. And I can see Tim also has some magenta in there. All right. So if let's say if you should be reborn, let's say if you come back in another life, would you still choose photography?
That's a very good question. On a personal level, I have gone back and forth with this. Lately, I am more of yes. There was a time when I wasn't sure that this was something I wanted to. But like myself and Tim, we keep on saying, one thing I've found of photography to offer is a vast opportunity, and especially in our times, right? We are living in a digital age where consumption of digital media is at an all-time high because of the internet. So you find that as a photographer or a videographer, you should stop thinking of yourself as just a photographer or a videographer and expand it to think of yourself as a content creator. Now, when you enter into the space of content creation, all of a sudden, look, you are no longer just a photographer. You are a scientist because you need to think like a scientist to be able to create content for the scientist. You're an architect because you need to think like an architect, blah, blah, blah. So from that point of view, then for me, it was like, yes, this is actually who I've wanted to be. Jack of all trades, master of everything as well. I mean, yes, when I enter the architect's office, I'm talking like an architect. He's looking at me like, you this guy. How come you know all these things?
But when you go to an engineer's office, you talk like an engineer.
Yeah.
When you enter the doctor's office,
you talk like a doctor. And I think that's one of the interesting things that photography gives you. It gives you a window into so many professions, so many areas, so many people's lives, and you learn an incredible amount. And for us, none of us are photographers by education in terms of like tertiary education. I mean, Pocho did building tech, I did electrical engineering. We have mathematicians, we have people who did comm design, we have people who did tourism. And so like a whole bunch of people from different disciplines all get together, and then you get to go out and explore. I mean, from going to shoot things which are oil related, from going to shoot architecture, going to hospitals, going on outreaches. I mean, you get to see so much, and it's so diverse. So it always keeps you on your toes. And every time you step into somebody's office, anytime you go on a new shoot, you learn something new. And that's part of what keeps it fresh in your mind, especially when you're lucky enough to go to an area where it's kind of aligns with your original area by education, because we've all abandoned our original areas. But like for example, we went to Mali to go and shoot this solar kits for homes, and that's right in my area because I did electrical engineering, and one of my favorite things was have to do with home wiring and power in homes. And so it was actually quite interesting to see the relation and document it. And that extra knowledge, if you take the time to learn, it shows in the work that you create, because you understand what you are shooting and you are able to portray it in a way that the people who are watching it would also understand. So it's great.
Okay, so back to my question. If you came back as a new person, what profession would you pick aside photography?
Is being rich a profession?
It's a state.
Because Charlie, that one, that's the profession for me. Wow, if I had another choice, that's a very good question. I think for me, it's actually quite simple. It would be something education related, because I like education, especially working with younger people.
Teacher team. Okay. Pocho.
For me, so original dream was to become a doctor.
Hey, Dr. Poe.
Actually, doctor. But now when I look at my life, I think that one won't work out. And well, for me as well, teaching has also been a passion somewhat, and something I'm looking forward to pursuing at some point in my life. Most likely.
Okay.
Yeah. So
all right. You both mentioned. Okay, you both mentioned teaching. Have you guys? Do you have like a training academy where you train youngsters to become aside the team 1000 words? I know all these people. You mentioned that with the only female in your midst, you trained her from scratch and all that. Aside that, for the team, do you like take in interns or people to train them and then release them? Not necessarily to work for the team, but like they come, oh, I want to learn, then you train them and then release them. Do you have a program like that?
We
So
do.
yes, we do. Um, we we just don't put it out there because also we are very careful about who we bring into the space. We are looking
And we're
out for
also
certain attributes.
limited by the number of people we can bring in at the time.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, so basically, most of the time, people come there. We try and give them our attention, very limited, but sometimes. And at the height of it, we could have like 3 or 4 people around and take some of them for shoots and stuff. And some have quite a number of them actually. They have grown, like really, really remarkably grown, just by even 1 or 2 interactions. People who come through like having little or no knowledge, and then they go out there at least on a path of growth. So we do that. The other thing is, well, we've done some trainings in the past as well, which were there was good patronage. We've, one of the things we've had on our plan board, pre-COVID was how we could even transition our space into some type of actual photography school. But well, COVID has COVIDed us. I know, do.
yeah, I mean, like for example, we did have 2 people like currently who were undergoing training, but because of the COVID, everything has to be kind of put on hold. I mean, now we don't know if even things are getting better or worse. It's difficult to tell these days with the kind of information which is going around. But yeah, we do take interns, we do training, but oftentimes we find that you don't actually have to come in as an intern. Usually, we have what we call a studio day every Wednesday. And I mean, right now we're not having them, but when things go back to normal, we do. So every Wednesday, and anybody
I was
who wants
going to write my name down.
you see, anybody who wants to have a chat, who wants to come in, we're like, you know what, come in on a Wednesday and we'll have time to have like a conversation, to help you out, to just chat, just see how things are going. And a lot of people come by on Wednesdays, and we always make time. I mean, it's always great interacting with everybody. I mean, there are so many people who, like friends of ours, who come through and they're like, oh, we have an issue with this. Or some people just come to chat and talk, and then we chat and talk. And then, in fact, sometimes that's even more fun. So, yeah. So, we do tell people that, look, if you want to come by on a Wednesday. When we are like open again, like we'll definitely start that up, because we've been doing that for the past, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years. That like we have studio
Wow,
day.
I'm picking this idea from you guys.
People
I
come
hope you've not
through.
copyrighted it.
Oh,
No,
how can
actually,
we
I think a
copyright
lot of us should do that. Yeah, a lot of us should do that. Seriously. I think skill transfer is always a great thing to build community. Sometimes, yeah, we want the space to be the way it is so that we are always the champions on top. But Charlie, the reality is we grow old, we become less strong, and then somebody else has to run with the mantle. So best to create that interaction and grow other people.
Okay, so Mandy has a question here. She's asking, how has
a
COVID
powerful
affected your business?
Should I tell you how COVID has affected the business? let me use something as an analogy. So if the business was running at around this level, and then you are going, and then COVID comes, and then so yes, COVID has really disrupted the business to quite a large degree, and it's not been easy. Of course, when we were on total lockdown, the business went to total zero. Fortunately, since we are into content creation, it did not destroy the entirety of our business. But like when we were under total lockdown, things were bad, like from hero to zero. And then as things loosened up, slowly things are picking up again. Like we are working again, but the whole thing is it's not the same, and we don't expect it to be the same because I mean, like the effects of this pandemic are it's really serious, and everybody should not forget that when they're going out, they should wear their face mask.
Yeah, where's mine? Mine was around here. Mine was around here.
Yeah, you have to keep them close by, even when you're in your own house. You're like, when somebody is coughing, it's like, somebody's coughing. And then,
Oh, so you guys, what kind of pressure is this? Okay, I'm going to pick mine up.
where's yours? I'll put it.
Oh, it's here. It's here.
Okay.
Hey, Pocho, why you have a bowl full of nose mask?
Why? What's that? Are you going to war?
Are they?
Just showing that I'm
a cocktail of nose mask.
Can you imagine? So back to COVID. Things are getting better. Things are picking up, but really, it's you have to just realize that things are not going to be the same for a while. We were looking at somewhere to like the middle of next year before business picks up. I mean, businesses are not doing events. A lot of people, in fact, one of the serious things that happened during this pandemic is that a lot of people lost their jobs or having a reduced access to income. And, things like content and, posting things online and taking pictures, it kind of takes the back burner when money is disappearing. But that being said, fortunately, since our business is larger than just the photography and video side, we are still doing some kind of work when it comes to web design and other things as well. So we'll just take it like that. We're hoping that a fast resolution to this pandemic will be found by somebody, and then we can go back to business as usual. Hey, Steve, please, how much is one instant picture? Full shot, not half. There's no such thing as one instant picture. If please, I'll do adverts for Photo Club. Feel free to go to Photo Club and go ahead do it.
Okay, so I was going to ask you a question in that light with what Steve Morris said. I've had a couple of back then when I used to shoot weddings, a bride would call and then be like, I want to hire you for my engagement. I want just 10 pictures. And I'm like, madam, 10 pictures. Is it when you're dressing up, when you're exchanging the vows, or during the reception? It's like the whole event. I'm like, 10 pictures. I'm still going to be there the whole day. Yes, for the whole engagement. I don't know if it's the Malam who asked for just 10 pictures or something. But how do you deal with this kind of request? I'm sure you've had such requests. Somebody says, I want just one picture, for them to beat down the price. How do you deal with such requests?
So we have a secret weapon, and when we have requests like that, we unleash the secret weapon on them, and that secret weapon has a name, and her name is Juliet, and she handles our customer services. She handles correspondence and so on, and she has the time for that. Like, really, it all boils down to this. We are offering a service, and this is the price range. If you want something reduced, it doesn't reduce the work we have to do to get that reduced output, and so therefore the price doesn't really change. So if you really want one picture, if you can guarantee that one picture will be taken in 10 minutes, yes, then we can see what we can do about that. But for the whole day, we can't really do much. Oh, sometimes the chillers are here. So
yes,
when it comes to that,
number 2 is here.
Much. Yes. This is my co-pilot. Yeah, what's up, man?
So, Catalyst, please, if you're around, please join,
So yeah, I think it all
Please go.
boils down to knowing the services that you provide and putting a rate to it. Like for us, it's very simple. All our rates are on our website. It's online for everybody to see and to copy and to shout and to exclaim. I mean, sometimes we've seen articles on I can't remember which blog it was or so, and they were like, "Yeah, these people charge so much money and so on." Yeah, because our prices are actually out there. But we are cool with that. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what we
so I was
do.
going to ask you, I think you're if not the first, you are among the first businesses to put out your rate card online. Even though most Ghanaians don't like going on, they will still call you and ask you, I want so and so, how much is it? Even though you have your rate card there. Now, what's behind it? What's behind that decision? Why did you decide to put out your rate card on your website?
Pocho, will you talk about it or should I do that?
Oh, you're on a roll. Roll on.
Okay, so I think it's very simple. It increases the likelihood that when somebody contacts you, you close a deal because they know what to expect when they are calling you. So it's not like, "Hi, can I have a picture? I want to do this and I want to do that," and then you give them a price and they're like, "Oh my god." No, it's like I've seen the rates, and so now that I'm calling because I understand that this is how much the services are worth. There are a lot of different schools of thought about how to do pricing. Some people say it's better to talk to them first because you get to explain what happens, and that those are all valid points. And people who decide to do that, that's like perfectly fine. But we've just decided that we want to cut through all the haggling and going back and forth and say that this is what we'll charge. And if you like, call us. If you want to, I mean, if you think that you have something which is different from what we offer, we are 100% ready to talk and to create a custom package for you. But this is how it works. And a whole lot of people call and they understand and it goes through. And so our conversion rates, we feel, is a lot higher because the people who feel that they don't want to pay that kind of money, they just don't call.
Okay, Pocho, anything you want to add?
No, yeah, I mean, like what Tim said, there's like there's a fine balance you have to find. Some people, I definitely understand the people who say you need to walk through the client through like the whole experience because you are selling some type of luxury good. So the act of even selling them the best package for them and customizing it for them is a way of creating an experience for them. But there's a context, Ghana being our context. In our experience, Charlie, all these high-minded, nice things, they work sometimes, but for the most part, Charlie, your customer service person is going to have to deal with so much, excuse me to say, bull. So the best thing you want to do for yourself, and the context here, I'm just looking at our context. Sometimes it's just to cut through the clutter and make the conversation more pointed. But that said, you as a business, you need to figure out your positioning in the market. I think we feel we have a strong brand presence, so we can at least navigate from this point of view. Not everyone has that. Some people have the skill or they have the patience to, convince the clients that, okay, this is the best package, I've customized it for you. And if that's where you're coming from, it's also fine. But you need to understand your dynamics. You need to understand who your customers are, where they are coming from, and create what works for your business from that point of view.
Okay, so there's a question on the screen for you from Niai. What is the best way not to lose old clients?
I wish I
Nice
knew.
pictures.
No, but you see, you can shoot nice pictures, and then tomorrow you'll meet somebody else who's closer family and is a photographer, and his pictures are equally nice. Keeping clients, it's well, build a relationship with them. That's one. On the day when you are shooting, try to be genuinely interested in your clients. Like, that's one way to do it. Your work that you are doing for them is, don't just look at it as work, but be part of their experience. That's something I tend to do naturally. Like, I'm part of the experience, or I try to be part of the experience. But ultimately, you also have to understand that, Charlie, the clients are making decisions on, like, from various points of views. So they like you as a person, they like your work, but tomorrow his brother has a friend who is a photographer and has gotten a camera and he's shooting very nice pictures.
Out
and
to
then
go.
the person, and out you go, like, Charlie, like, such is life. I mean, thank God for the opportunity to have done work for them. Move on. Yeah, need to find another client.
All right. So Emmanuel is asking, is there always a signed contract with respect to your terms and conditions as proof of agreement, or there are moments where it's just verbal communication?
Signed contracts are the way to go, man. Almost every time that you do anything verbally, things just change. Oh man, it's so bad. And sometimes you do yourself
without
and you regret. You really regret.
My experience.
Yeah. Everything should be signed. Like, even when it comes to our studio, we have like terms of reference. Like, this one you don't sign, it's there, it's on our website. When you come to the studio, these are the rules, period. That's just it. And so you need to have these things, because there will be times when there will be issues, and people can do all sorts of things. And I think Pocho is about to share one experience.
Okay.
So for me, right, my first experience that forced me to do contracting, is this guy books me for an event. This is early days, even I had not met him. And then we have conversations about photography, right? Agree a price. On the day I show up and I'm shooting, and then he says, "Oh, but where's your video guy?"
Wow.
So I'm looking at the guy like for real. There was no agreement. So now he starts backing that. Nah, the amount he paid was for photos and video. And I'm like, no, dude, we never mentioned video in that conversation. He said no, like he has told his wife. So the wife will be expecting. So now emotional blackmail. So look, I'm there at the event. I had to find somebody to come and shoot video at my own cost. Knowing very well that the money he was paying wasn't covering for that. But I learned my lesson. I sat down and drafted some ironclad, nice agreement. And so somebody is asking, what will you do if your friends don't want to sign? Look, for us, what we send for you with the pricing and everything is an agreement. We'll send it as an email, and we'll state in the email that you have to send it back, and your payments and this email that you are sending back is confirmation that you have a booking.
Yeah.
So even if you have a friend, I remember a friend was upset. He didn't tell me. He told his wife that he was upset that I was dealing with them on that, very technical level, like sending agreement. But Charlie, I mean, just
business
so that
must
you
be protected.
Yeah, I mean, he's your friend, but it's our business.
Yeah,
so even when you're doing something for a friend, you need to cover your bases. And even on their side, what if as a friend you decide that, oh, around them and I'll not send any picture? What are they going to do? I'll be me and you are parties, so you don't need the pictures for anything. So I think the contract is good for everybody. The contract is good for everybody, friends, not friends, and you find that when you break it, and I mean this happens all the time. Last year I did something with just a verbal communication. It never ends well. They're expecting this. They're expecting that. Why did this many people come? Why don't I have my pictures in this many in 2 weeks? It's been keeping long. Charlie. So it's better to avoid it. It's better to avoid it.
Okay, so the
And,
issue of contracts is something that we've been discussing on this channel. I think it got to a point we even brought in a lawyer to even add her voice to it. That people, no matter what you do, even if it's your own friend calling you, oh, I'm doing a naming ceremony, I'm doing this, come and take pictures, you should still have a contract. Whether verbal or not, there should be something showing that you guys agreed on something. So guys, the bosses have said it. You need contracts. Even if somebody says, "So come and just take a picture of my building for me and go back," sign a contract that states the scope of what you're going to do. Otherwise, tomorrow, Charlie,
and
you guys see what Pocho went through.
and then
he was paid for just photography, but he had to pay a videographer. Pocho.
One thing I want, if contract sounds like antagonistic, use agreements. See, that's the trick. But so
and even if agreement is hard, do an agreed scope of work before the job. So even if it's informal, you write there, this is what I'm going to send to you, A, B, C, D. Is that okay? And let them respond. Because even if it's informal, make sure that there is written proof of what you are doing. Because I mean that's the least you should do, the absolute least. And even that one is not good enough. But if it is that bad, on your side, state what you are going to do, and then say that, are you agreeing to what I'm providing? Yes or no? I mean, that's the absolute least. That's the absolute least. Hey, I can see another question.
Yes, Niai.
Should you attend a close friend's wedding when they don't book you or never get in touch to even ask for your service? Well, if it's a close friend, attend, bomb that wedding, right? And feel free to leave your camera. Why? You can't go and enjoy and chop the go chop. Hey, when you see him, hey, it's so congratulations, and then go home. If they get angry, what are you get the pictures for?
Pose and pose.
Oh yeah.
And if he asks you where your camera is, you say, but you didn't invite me to come and work. You invited me to come and chill. Yeah. If the booze is there, drinks have. Enjoy yourself. Not every day, cameraman. Sometimes I guess.
Okay. So a follow-up question to this. What of your friend inviting you that, oh, I'm having my wedding, say, next weekend. Then let's say, so you are attending a wedding. Then Friday evening, they're like, oh, and come along with your camera. How do you handle something like that?
Oh, should I? Okay, I'll say mine, and then Pocho can say his. I will say, sure. Okay. And I will come to your wedding almost at the end of the wedding, maybe just around maybe the vows part. I'll probably carry my camera. I'll take 2 or 3 pictures. After the wedding, you will not hear from me again. That's all. I've done my part. You asked me to bring my camera, not send you pictures. When I feel like I have nothing to do, I'll send you a couple pictures. That's what I mean. But yeah, like you can't blackmail anybody to come and work for you. It's not right. So I'll bring my camera. In fact, I carry my cameras to so many places. When I'm even going for meetings, sometimes I carry my camera. So carrying my camera to your wedding is not a problem. Standing up on my feet and shooting for 8 hours, sending you pictures, doing a book for you and all those things for free, that's my problem because I have other things to do. And I've also made it a point that I will shoot dependent on how I feel. So some of my friends, they will not ask me to shoot anything at their wedding. I will go with the camera and I'll shoot because it's my choice. And you should not feel that as a photographer, you shouldn't shoot at your friend's weddings. If they're your friend and you want to shoot, go and shoot. I also make sure that I don't get in the way of the photographer who is actually shooting the person's wedding. And I take pictures, and then afterwards I send it to them. I always try and wait for their photographer to send pictures and things first, and then later I'll send it to them. You're my friend, I can do it, but I'm not coming to work. When it's time to eat, I'll drop my camera and chuki baba.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat with Tim. Personally, if I'm going to shoot for a friend, I won't let them ask. I'll push myself. If you ask, it depends on the level of friendship we have. For most part, though, Charlie, most of my friends, Charlie, look, there was a guy who, my first set of equipment, right? He gave half of the investment I needed. It's not like he was giving it as a loan. He did dash me. When his wedding came, me now bring my body, say, oh, I'll do it for you for free, Charlie, because you started me. You know what the guy told me? He said, now, if you didn't give me the money then for me to shoot his wedding for free, he saw that I had something I was interested in and supported it. So he made me charge him full amount. Discount said, he said, no, you see, these are the type of friends you need in this life.
I think I need to shuffle my friend.
The way Pocho is saying this, I need to shut at my wedding for free. Now I'm feeling bad.
That's why
I think so. That's the message. Okay, so there is another thing. Okay, so Pocho, you finish. I have another question. A follow-up question to this. So finish your statement.
Okay, so I'm saying that Tim shot my wedding. No, sorry, Tim, he was my best man.
Hey, please, I shot my shot.
For my wedding, I had like.
Okay, so there's this other thing. There's this other aspect. It has to do with, especially wedding photographers. It has to do with, do I say feeding or food? Some are of the view that your clients shouldn't provide food for you. Others too are like they add it to their contract. How do you handle yours when it comes to, let's say you're shooting a wedding from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. How do you handle your food? Do you add it as part of your package? Do you, create break times, or tell us about it? It's a whole topic.
Please, in our contract, in our agreement,
yes,
we
it's
have
inside the
agreement. We have stated it clearly.
Very clear.
Fed, well fed.
Yes. For any events longer than 2
hours.
Well fed. Not just food, well fed.
Yes. In fact, but you see, I know it's a debate that is ongoing, but I'm on the side that, first of all, context. The Ghanaian cultural space is such that your what do you call it? The people feeding you is part of the nature of our cultural context. Somebody doing such work for you, and Charlie, you are with them from dresser. Look, me, I've been at weddings, bridesmaids, and the bride, they see me at some point and say, "Have you eaten? Have you eaten?" And me, I'm like, "Oh, it's okay. That's like, no, put your camera down."
Meanwhile, you want the food, though.
My best experience was that literally a bride. Okay, this was an engagement. She made them bring a table to her bedroom. They set up a table for us in her bedroom during the event. Fufu on the table.
Wow.
The photographers and the video guys. Oh man, Charlie, we chop her. She was like, "No, you must eat," and she made them carry a table into her room.
Wow.
And we all.
That's how special your clients saw you.
No, and I think that, you see, we need to set that expectation with the client, so that if the client is not comfortable with doing that, with feeding you ahead of time, we should tell you that, no, me, I won't feed you. There was a wedding that we went. It was a plated service. The plate, they are kind plate. They have counted the plate.
Wow.
So if you are extra guest, you are not getting served. So how much more vendors? I want you clarify to all of us. Then we too will tell you that at this point we will break and go and eat, so that we all understand ourselves, because we are not machines. Understand?
We will stop shooting.
Oh yeah, we'll stop.
And we will go and eat for like 20-30 minutes, and we'll come back. Because if you are not providing it to us, you can't expect somebody to go from maybe 6-7 in the morning to 7 p.m. and sometimes up to like 12 hours, and the person should eat. It's inhumane.
Yeah, it's very, very.
So
now we've had a couple of. We'll come to those questions, but we've had a couple of people come on here, and they shared some of their experiences. You know, that they go to a wedding. I mean, the clients, let's put it like that, whether the groom or the bride knows that, okay, they are supposed to be fed, but, you know, because it's their big day, they left it in the care of somebody. Now, the vendor, you go there that you're going to take food, and the vendor, let's say the caterer and her girls are looking at you like, yo, you're supposed to be working. What are you doing here? Put down the plate. Or an auntie of the couple comes and says, yo, you were paid to work, so go and work. How do you handle, have you had any of such experiences? And how have you handled it? I thought that experience was for us, the small photographers.
And my response is always the same. Excuse me, please. I am going to eat. If you have a problem with me eating, please talk to the couple. And then I continue. I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to fight with me? Are you going to carry me out of the line and all those things? No. If I'm there and I'm holding my plate and you say you won't serve me, I'll just stand there and wait. You will eventually do it. Because, I mean, sometimes you just need to be passive aggressive. You are just standing your ground. You're not going to shout. You're not going to fight. You just say that, please, I'm going to eat. And I mean, I've had uncles and aunties say, hey, the photographer is eating. He cry, why is he even eating before me? And then I just turned to the man and I said that, hello, sir, I'm here to work. The couple is eating. And so this is my chance to eat. Because the moment the couple gets up, I have to now follow them. And I'll not have a chance to eat again when things start. And so therefore, I am eating now. And they can complain and they can grumble. But at the end of the day, you are there to do a job. And if you need to eat to be able to do your job, you need to eat and do your job. And so I don't really mind any of them. I just go and eat. And if people are turning militant, all I do is I just tell the couple that your people are literally fighting me. And unfortunately, it's not hard to happen. But I'll just say that your people are fighting me, and since it's in our contract, well, do something. Or I will leave and go and get something to eat and come back. So, I mean, but fortunately, it hasn't had to come to that. So it's cool.
Okay. Pocho, do you want to add something?
No, I think that's really good.
Okay, all right. So Kusigraphy is asking, how do you charge additional? Okay, that's Demba Augustine. Come on, I think he's in maybe. Okay, so is it, how do you charge for additional coverage hours without looking like the bad guy? Let's say you after the contract, let's say they pick, okay, be there for 8 hours. Now you get there, whether things started early or not, let's say there's some 1 hour or 2 hours delay. Do you right there tell them, yo, your time is up, should I go, or will you top up so I continue? Like, how do you go about it?
So I also saw something about delays and times, and I wanted to speak about.
Yes,
that.
I think it's a follow-up. it's a follow-up question to this one.
Please.
So this is it right here.
Like clients will tell you the event will start at 7 a.m. when in actual fact it will start at 10 a.m. or 12 a.m.
Oh, you said 10, 12.
Waste 3 hours of your life. You come and waste 4 hours. So for us, that time definition in our contracts, the way we hold on to it, like when the time is up, we come and tell you that it was 5 hours. 5 hours. And then we actually make it clear like the per hour charge is on our listing. So if, you see, I learned this from Steve Oduse. When the time is up for him, he will come and communicate. If you say you should continue shooting, he will continue shooting. When the day of delivery of the pictures comes and you are coming for your pictures, he will show you that this is the time you paid for. If you want any extra pictures after this, pay for the extra hours.
Wow.
So we need to because sometimes people have to also respect you as a professional. When they don't respect your time, just as if you were late, the kind of insults you collect on your head, that is the same thing. They should, there should be some value for them wasting your time. And for us, because of what we do, people don't call us and give us wrong time. The few people who have done that have lived to regret it because, when you call us with the wrong time, the first thing we say is that, okay, so it means that if I come at 7 for your 5 hours, by what? 12, 1, I'm done. 12, I'm done. Then they will rethink and say that, sorry, okay, you then come at 11:30 or 12. See, and we need to enforce that because, that can be tricky.
Yeah, but that line actually really works.
All right.
Like what Pocho just said, it really works. Sometimes when they say, oh, it's 5 hours coverage, 6 hours coverage, or 2 hours coverage, when you put like absolutes down, so for example, come at 10, and it's 2 hours. Okay, so I'll be there from 10, and the coverage will end at 12. Is that fine? Now they have to respond. If they say yes, it is very simple to hold them to time. But you'll find that when they know that the time is going to go over or it's going to be longer, then they'll start renegotiating when you put like an absolute time there. But also, it's good to have a contract because in our contract, there are things that we can use to terminate the contract. And lying is one of them, like intentionally deceiving us is one of them. And so
I think I should add that to my contract.
That the event is starting at 12, but you tell me that the event is starting at, let's say, 8, and I have to wake up at 6 o'clock, leave my house by 7, and be ready to get to your place by 8 o'clock, and I get there and then I hear that it's 12. It's grounds for me to say that, well, I'm leaving. Even though, of course, usually we try not to take those hard routes, but it's there in our contract. But you cannot willfully deceive us, because to do our job, we need to know these things. Because, events happen everywhere, and you need to be able to prepare adequately for the event. If the event is going to be an 8-hour event and they tell you that you arrive 4 hours before the event, for you that turns into a 12-hour event. And like to physically stand on your feet and be around for 12 hours is almost impossible. And if you knew that was a 12-hour event, you would adjust your timing, adjust the people. So maybe you would have an extra photographer, maybe they will come later so that, you can get the work done. And so a customer lying to you, it really impacts your ability to deliver a good job. And so when you put the absolutes down, usually it helps.
Okay. All right. Kafui, I've seen your question, but since we are now talking about weddings and all, I want us to tackle the wedding questions, then I'll bring your questions. So don't feel ignored, yeah? Now, Seun is asking, have you covered Nigerian wedding and what's your experience like? Most people who came here have complained, like bad experiences when it comes to Nigerian weddings. Have you shot any, and what's your experience like?
I have shot, well, not the white wedding, a Nigerian traditional wedding. I felt that the experience at the wedding was fine. It was the experience getting to the wedding, which was very difficult. I mean, there were issues at the airport and all sorts of things, and so I think. But when I got there, the couple were fine. The event itself was fine. If you are able to go through the same things that you go through for a Ghanaian wedding, and you're able to discuss with the client and talk to them and have that understanding and have that contract and everything, I think the difference will not be that great. I mean, for me, it was fine. I didn't have any issue, and I was able to go and come back on the same day without any trouble.
Charlie, me, they are local boys. So I've shot Nigerian oriented weddings in Ghana, but again, most of the time the bride is Ghanaian, the groom is Nigerian. So yeah, the vibe is more Ghanaian than Nigerian. So now I don't know Nigerian experience.
But interestingly enough, talking about foreign engagement things, I've also shot in Ivory Coast before. And I went to the wise, when you're going to shoot in a country that you don't speak the language, you have to be very careful and make sure you have an interpreter.
You moved from English to French without an interpreter. Wow.
I used every piece of French that I had in my body, but actually it was not enough. So luckily for me, one of the brides, I became friendly with one of her, I think one of her siblings or something. So when anything was happening, I'm like, what are they saying? What's going to happen? What are they saying? What's going to happen? Because you'd be surprised how much like for a Ghanaian wedding or a Ghanaian traditional wedding, you know everything that is going to happen. When you go outside of your context of what you know, it's very different and it will impact your ability to take good pictures. Because like right now, you know that, oh, when the girl is coming, this is what they usually do and so on. But like you go to Nigeria and things are different. And in Ghana, I know that, okay, when anything is happening, I know where to position myself. I mean, I can do it without even thinking. But when you go to somebody else's country and their culture is different, things happen differently. And so you need to be prepared. If you're going to shoot a wedding outside Ghana, make sure you really talk with the people first so that they can take you through the modalities that happen in their countries, because you'll be surprised the differences.
I see. Pocho, any experiences with Nigerian wedding?
No, like Charlie, I know get that. I know be international like that. Maybe I'm looking forward to Mandy calling me. Mandy, Los Angeles.
Okay.
We are waiting. We'll come and hold your lights.
All right, so Mandy, you have a task at hand. Now, yeah, he is asking another question. So after this question, Kafui, I'll bring your question. My next question: how do you handle friends when it comes to pricing? Should they be given a discount or pay same amounts of the package selected? Now, there are people who have like hidden packages for family and friends, so that when those people come, they say, "Oh, that we have our normal package, standard package for the outside world, and then this is for family and friends." Even that, they try to say, "Oh, see inside," like you're running a promo, and family and friend will say, "Still reduce it for me." How do you handle such cases? Do you have a special price for family and friends, or do you have discounts for them when they, go through your normal price list?
So I think it all boils down to the definition of family and friends. So. Because I mean, there are people who
you know them,
they know you, but they're not your friend. And so for it really depends on you, the photographer. I mean, you shouldn't be afraid to deny people. Like, I mean, I've denied people before. They were not happy. I still went to their wedding. I carried my camera. I was like, I mean, if you're not going to pay me for my service, and my service comes at a fee, if you are that close to me, I will come and shoot at absolutely no charge, but I am not going to be the main photographer. So I will come and do it in my own way, how I think is okay. Because I mean, and a lot of these people, like as Pocho said, like when his friend was doing his wedding, he knew he could pay, and so he paid. And like proper family and friends who know that they have the money, they will pay because they're your family and they're your real friends and they know what you're going through. And you can decide on what kind of a discount you can give to people based on your relationship. I mean, I do things for people all the time. Friends I shoot, so sometimes free, sometimes not, or sometimes I say, look, whatever you feel like pay me, you just pay that. I really don't mind because they're my friends. And if you're my friend, I can extend that to you, but it shouldn't be forced on you. And so feel free to brand the people who are not really your friends because after all, they are not really your friends in the first place anyway.
Pocho.
And again, you need to also, it's good to have some type of package, so that you measure what the farthest discount you can give. So for me personally, I look at the cost inputs and stuff and how much I can forgo. And so when it's somebody that's a friend, and they ask for discount, there's a price to go to. But ultimately, like Tim is saying, that there's a price point at which I would just decide that, look, it's not worth shooting this event because it just doesn't make sense that you will pay me this and expect me to give you my very professional output, but at such a price point. So sometimes I'll choose to shoot for free. Then I have the creative license to do what I want to do for you. That one is a gift. So the way I want to gift it to you is up to you. In that case, you don't get to tell me that I should arrive at the dress up at 7 o'clock uh, because you have paid me 800 guys. Yeah, so keep those things in mind. But again, we need to define what friendship is. I mean, friends should understand your business, and I should also understand the type of friend. There are friends I know who genuinely could not afford. They actually don't even come to demand that I can't afford a shoe for me. For most part, the friends I have did not assume that I'll shoot for them. They did not assume. So some of them even actively told me that, Charlie, I wish I could use it, but I can't afford. And that honest conversation ends up sometimes with me saying that, hey, that's fine. I wasn't even going to charge you. I'll do it for free. But it's all the relationship has to factor or be factored in. Some relationships are very fickle, but they still want to demand more out of it. That doesn't make sense. That's just my observation.
All right. So your next question is on the screen from Cafe Praise. How did you guys put your team together, and what advice do you have for things to look out for when building a team for your photography business?
Start with the people you bond most with, I think, and start by clarifying the things that can become a problem. Clarifying what happens to money. That's always a good point to start. Then the people that you are bringing into the team, it should be an intentional process I mean, think about it like, I'm going to go a little bit look about the way Jesus chose the 12. It seemed random, right? He went around choosing different. Look, he chose a zealot, which means that somebody who is a rebel, and then chose a tax collector, which means somebody who's collaborating with Rome. Chose a fisherman, but also chooses. But when he brings them all together, what he's doing is they are always with him. He's training them, and that process is shaping them. So the same way, like you can be random, but the process of growing anybody who joins a team should be intentional. You should also have a strong definition of what you are as a team. Like, okay, this is what we stand for. So that if it's the way you shoot or your style or something, let it be defined so that when anybody comes through, you're able to mold them in the direction. The other thing for our experience is that, well, it's easier to work with people who have no background than people who are already on the journey, on their own journeys. Because when somebody is on their own journey or they've started something already, it's better to collaborate with them than to, like, I don't know, unless you are both facing the same direction, it's pretty difficult because at that point in time they will choose their path, which may not align with yours. But yeah, those are some of the thoughts I have. Tim.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, for us, we have usually worked with a lot of people who have absolutely no background in photography, and we thought that it was the character was the most important. Somebody who is willing to work, somebody who is they have the same kind of like mindset that you do. I think that was the most important for us, like because everybody can learn. It's not like photography is um, a mystic Chinese martial arts that you have to be born with 6 fingers and 3 legs, and if you're not born with those 3 legs, like yeah, you can't do it. But it's 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 something that can be taught, and sometimes it takes time. Like some of the people who have worked with us, it's about 2 years before like they actually go out on their own to go and shoot because it took them that amount of time to learn our style and so on. But we find that somebody who you have been able to work with for a long time and to build them up to where you feel that your work can fit in with yours. And it's not like we will say that somebody's work is not good enough, but it's all about style. We have a way that we shoot, and so we want somebody who is able to conform to our style and our way of work. And once you get that, then you can just go with that. And as Pocho said, like for example, you over there in your nice shirt, I could always decide that we we can always do projects together. We can always work together and have that kind of collaborative nature with each other. And so you can form partnerships with other people. And we have a lot of people like that. A lot of people who look that at the drop of their hats, if we call them, they will come. If they call us, we will arrive like instantly. And so you can
Yeah.
form those relationships, and then you can also have your own team. And if you want your own team, you should be ready to work with those people, and they should also be willing to work with you. And it's a long term thing. Like a lot of the members of our team, when they came in, they've stayed, and it's been years. Some 7 years, some five, some three. I mean, and I think it has helped with that. And you must always, I think it gets to a point that when somebody realizes that you are looking out for their well-being, they are very inclined to work with you. They are very inclined to work with you, and so caring about the well-being of like the people who work with you and your teammates is going to make them want to stay because it's a relationship and a work environment that they will enjoy, that they will like. Yeah.
Okay. There is a current trend where now it seems or it looks like photography is all about retouching now. With social media and all that. We have there is a trend. People are scared to say, but me, I'm not scared. I've been saying it. We have the squad where shoot 1,000 pictures, sit down, spend hours to retouch 5 to 10 for social media and then deliver bomb pictures to your clients. There is that trend. So it's there. We all know it's there. People are scared to say it, but me, I've always said it. I call them the retouch 10 for social media and then send bomb pictures to client people. Now people will ask, Team 1000words, do you retouch is retouching part of your workflow?
Hey, Pocho, this
Why
one.
are you all
Pocho, take them
smiling?
away. Pocho, take them away. Tell them the truth.
Why are you both smiling?
Tell them the truth.
At this juncture, I'm looking for a retoucher. Now, as a ending.
You're looking for a what?
I'm looking for a retoucher, Charlie.
Look,
but
Master,
I mean,
retouch is just
okay.
much work.
Okay, you see, I mean, I get that, and I think the trend is not Ghana alone; it's global. Charlie, people want their skins to look like it has been remanufactured. But again, in terms, you see, like this guy Steve Morrison, who just came up, you need to create a style that is going to live beyond just a trend. So for us, we have always said that we want to be about telling stories. Like we want the focus to be on the story. So of course, the picture is looking great, but the greater effect is in the story that we can tell. So our effort is mostly more in that direction. Like it's not so much that one picture that is extremely well retouched is our selling point. It's mostly that, for instance, if you pick the photo book and you are looking to the effect that the experience that you can get, like the experience of the day that it pitches to you, is where we want our to be. But of course, I mean, the thing about trends is that your style then sometimes becomes a kick because you are not following the trend. But the other thing is that trends come and go. So you want to find yourself some type of middle ground. So we don't retouch, as in Charlie, we are not going to go there in there. But also, we are learning, of course, to make sure that the images look nice. Lately, I've been playing around with a bit of retouch actually, but no, I don't put that effort in it. The good thing the thing that helps us is that Charlie, out of camera, the pictures are actually looking very good. And so, for most part, unless of course the client or the couple or the bride or something has a lot of things on the face, for what we want to achieve, we don't need retouch together, but we will do the basic, we will not just the basics, but we'll do the color corrections and make sure that, I mean, skin tone is skin tone. I mean, yeah, that those things are priority things, but not that Charlie, the skin is looking like it has been remanufactured and they were born with the smoothest of skin. Tim, anything to add?
Okay, so I'm having a small meltdown over here.
Oh,
Okay. Yes, we understand. We understand that. All right. So there's another scenario. Let's say you shoot a wedding, and then a wedding has to do with a whole group of vendors, different people playing their roles to make sure the day goes on very well. Now, a makeup artist's job is to beautify the bride. Now, let's say I don't know how to put it, but maybe out of something,
the makeup
realize like yes, and your client says, "Oh, edit my pictures well, oh. I want you know what I'm talking about." How do you handle such situations? A makeup artist has been paid to do her job, she didn't do it well, or whatever happens, or now the client is depending on you to beautify her instead of the makeup artist who was hired to do that. What do you do in such situations?
I am not a magician, no. I am not a magician. Oh, but yeah.
No, do you know what you
Yeah.
do? You grab the makeup artist and tell them to do it again.
Hey.
Oh no. There are very few times that I've actually told the makeup artist, do you know what? I think that if we try something like this, it will be very interesting. And I say, yeah. I think sometimes sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. But fortunately, it's not been that bad. But I mean, if it is really, 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 really bad, we'll talk to the makeup artist instantly, because I mean, something has to be done. Because you can't look, there's no way you will have like 500 pictures, and then you are now coming to retouch 500 pictures.
Everywhere your bride appears, you have to do frequency separation.
No. I will never do that anymore. No, you can't. You can't. Like,
No,
you just
but
can't.
yeah.
It's not possible.
And you know, Charlie, but yeah, you see, it shows how important, like, that for the day to work, it's not just you, the photographer. You have a bride, and then they are not smiling throughout the day. Charlie, you are begging the grooms, the husbands. Hey, the guy pose for pictures if no one pose. Then when the pictures come, it's like, but why is it only the bride inside? Charlie, as for weddings, it's stressing. So if you are collecting the money, collect, my people, collect the money. I see people reducing the package sometimes. I like people, why? You're young. That is why. Collect the money. Collect you.
Okay, so I have about 3 more questions, and then we'll be done. I know, as you guys keep rubbing it in my face, you guys are married and you need to attend to family and all that. Unlike me, that I'm here and I can stay here till tomorrow morning, nobody cares. I understand. Now, what's the secret, according to you, your experiences, to landing foreign gigs?
Have a website.
Hey, but if you tell them everything, you see what will happen. How can you tell them? But you've already said the first one, so we'll go with it. The truth of the matter is that, look, if you don't have a website, nobody will see you. Yeah, all of you who are thinking that you're going to do everything on social media, you are sorely mistaken. You need to have more of a presence than just social media. When somebody searches for a photographer in Ghana, you should appear, and your Facebook page is not going to appear. It's your website. It's the content you create. It's the stories that you write. It's the information that you put out there. So if you want to land international jobs, have a website. Fill the website with or blog, but a website is better. Fill that website with the kind of work that you want to be able to get. So if you are covering documentaries, put documentary style work there. And when the international people see your site and see the documentary work, they will call you for a documentary. It's very, very, very simple. If you spend all your time on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok or Snapchat or whatever, the people you are going to get are the TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat people, which I would say is very good for weddings. We were heavy Facebook people when we started. And for weddings, you have a whole market who is sitting there on social media. But when it comes to businesses, nah. Businesses are not just sitting on Facebook or whatever social media, just waiting for you to post and like. No, they want to be able to see a body of work. They want to be able to contact you. They want to have some kind of process. So, for all of you who don't have a website, thank you for giving us more jobs.
Awesome. Okay, so Catalyst has a question, but I think this question is a whole session on its own. Catalyst, don't you agree with me? that about the corporate work, the do's and don'ts. Or Tim, Pocho, do you guys agree that this should be a whole session on its own?
Hey guy, right now they put us for sessions. So every day they go pay another session.
I mean, COVID come, so we can't have a physical meeting. So this is the best we can do. Or if you can answer that briefly, so because there are, I think I don't want to take much of your time tonight, since you are married men and you need to, Tim already has his soldier already, bombarding him, threatening him, and all that. So I want us to release you guys. So if you can answer that briefly, then no problem.
So corporate work, like Tim said, body of work is important. In Ghana, also you have to look at your professional network. Professional network and friendships in that professional space. But ultimately, what happens with corporate work is you do work for company A. Somebody in company A will recommend you to company B when that similar work comes up. So you tend to grow, and your reputation must precede you. Like, you deliver on time, you build good rapport. But ultimately, look, you see, the other thing I noticed that even though it's a corporation, it is individuals who make decisions. What is guiding the decisions that the individuals make can be professional or it can be personal. Sometimes somebody, just heard your name, but they heard that you charge too much for wedding, so we don't like you. That loses you your job. But have a reputation, and especially when it comes to international jobs, it's really helpful to have a reputation, have delivered work, and have, when you get the companies that are big, put the work out there, share it on your portfolios and stuff. Have a body of work. Yeah, that's very important.
Okay, all right. So briefly, that's what you do. But we'll find another time and then bring you on. So now let's our last thing. It's another topic. But then, in your opinion, do you think there is unity in the photography industry in Ghana? Why is Tim? Tim, we want to see your face. Show us your. I want to see that face.
Don't worry, the face will come later. Actually, my battery died, so I've now changed it.
I thought as much.
The problem with streaming with your normal camera, Charlie.
Yes, unless you get the dummy power cable.
Yeah, but I'm afraid of Ghanaian electricity.
Use a UPS or a surge protector.
You never know. But I think the concept about unity, like it's a 50-50 thing. When it comes to the professionals, there is unity. When it comes to the hobbyists and the Instagrammers and all those things, then you don't know exactly how to describe it. Some yes, some no. But for the people who photography is their life, it's their their profession, that is what they do. They all fully understand what it is to be a photographer, and there is unity. People are not going out of their way to sabotage somebody because nobody has time for that. Like, you are working. But for the 2-3 people who are on Instagram only, and I mean, I've seen it. I've gone to a wedding and you see a whole bunch of boys appear with their cameras. They want to come and shoot. They'll get in your way, everything. Then they'll go and post 20 pictures almost instantly as if they shot the wedding was theirs. But those kind of things don't really matter so much, because at the end of the day, you were paid and they weren't. And so amongst the professional community, I think that the professional community, when it comes to photographers, they are sensible, they have worked together, the vast majority of them know what to do, and they will work together. It's the people who photography is not their profession who fool around like that, because they don't really understand what it is that they are doing.
Yes. And I think this unity conversation there, we always have to see it that look, today we are sitting here with you, right? Um, I haven't met you in real life. I mean, not in that kind of way, but I volunteered to sit and talk with you on YouTube, and people have actually spent time listening to us, like we are talking something sensible, but
Can you imagine?
yeah. These are the means through which we build unity, like community building. There, it's enabling more conversations and having people interact more, so that we are not looking at ourselves as like, Charlie, you are the enemy I have to conquer. But we are looking at each other like we are all working in an industry that if we make better, Charlie, we all we go chop. That is why if somebody they charge thousands see this hot wedding engagement, then at the local like, Master, why? Why are you spoiling the ground? Make people pay. Let them pay. Anyway, that's just my way. but yeah, we the unity there, it can be better. But I also think that it's not as bad as people want to think it is. It can be better. No idea.
All right.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just you guys who have spoken about both sides, the professional side, and then you've classified it. Mostly, most people who come say there's no unity, and you guys have classified it. Thank you very much for doing that. Okay, so this is where I have more questions, but I'll have to release you guys so you can go attend to your marital affairs, But then finally, just tell us, is there a message you want to send out? Is there something you really wanted to bring out that I didn't touch on briefly?
Charlie, I beg, if you have free money that you want to give away,
I'm here.
Yes, I can receive it. Money.
If you have any what?
Free money, like
Free money.
You want?
Oh,
I saw that you were handing out credits.
Yeah.
You too. I like credits.
Yes.
Look at that. Shatabando has plenty money to give out. The one who gives out the credit is Cassie, Models Hub. I think she was here earlier, but I don't know if she has. Cassie, if you're still there, please, they're asking for their airtime. I beg, come and give out the airtime.
Oh, but actually, I think what I would want to talk about is something that Pocho mentioned and about pricing.
Okay.
I hear a lot of people saying that, I'm just starting, so I want to charge less and I want to break into the industry. And I don't want to sound offensive, but it's a really bad way of doing business. It's not that can you imagine like VW has come to do a assembly plant in Ghana, and they say, oh, they're just starting in Ghana, so they will sell the cars for a quarter of their price. They will lose all their money. Like you for all people in business, your rates have to be calculated. They have to mean something. Every rate that you see on our rate card, we sat down and we calculated it. This is how much that goes into it. This is what is done. This is how much it costs. If you're going to look at transportation, if you're going to look at the cost of equipment and replacing equipment over time, and we have calculated everything. And if you don't do that, the only person you are shooting in the foot is yourself. Because one day you pick up your camera and your camera will not work, and you will not have the money to buy another one or even rent. And it has happened to us. I mean, once you're in this business for a long time, you will see everything that happens to you. If you do not plan and you do not treat photography as a real business, you are not going to make it. You are like, one day you will come across a stumbling block and you will stumble and you will not get up. And so, like, in everything that you do, you should do it with purpose and you should understand why you're doing it. And it includes pricing, it includes contracts and everything. And so be purposeful. This is a business, and I've seen photography raise so many people out of a bad situation. Like, I know a lot of guys who started off life maybe in some way slightly disadvantaged. And if you look at them now, you would never have believed it. Like photography and videography, this whole content creation business that we are in, it's not a joke, it's real. People have used it to change their lives. People are using it to change the lives of others. People are using it to showcase Ghana to the world. People are using it to do so many great things. And so if you are in it, you should also be doing the best that you can. I mean, maybe one day we can talk about pricing in another way.
Yes, we will
Also,
talk about. We tackled it, on a normal level, but then we will talk about that. You see, I keep saying every time we talk, there is a new topic that comes up. Pocho, you will have to forgive me, but you will come back here again. Don't worry. You should make here your second home.
Please,
Yeah. So thank
now.
you guys for. Yeah. Thank you for making this possible. This is the second time coming here in less than a week, Charlie. It's hard coming by you guys, but you made time to be here. 2 solid hours today, 2 hours the other time, 4 hours of your week. Charlie, if you should bill me for this, I won't be able to pay. And I know my viewers, we can't even do contribution and then come and pay you guys to be here. So we are really, really grateful.
Black egg.
Oh, don't worry. If you want this, I can paint. I can do some for you. I can do some for if you want. that's not a. I have plenty crates in my kitchen. Plenty in the kitchen. So I can do eggs. 7 eggs a day. I used to. I was a bodybuilder. Yeah, I used to lift a lot, so it was helping. But now, this whole year, I haven't been to the gym because of COVID-19 and all that. So maybe next month I'll resume because I'm beginning to have some post-lockdown syndromes and I need to clear them away. So, guys, thank you very much for being part of this. Now, Kojoedem is waiting backstage to show us his setup. So, officially, we've ended. So, if you need to attend to your marital affairs, Pocho, I can see, so yes. You can attend, but I'm sure you're using a 75-inch TV for the way the light is soft, Charlie. It's bigger than parabolic.
He left small. He no catch it.
Small. Hey, yes.
Did you watch why have you done retouching on your face? Why is your face so small?
No, it's the power of D750. Adam, your mic is not on.
You do retouching, Anna.
Okay, yeah. Adam, welcome back.
Yeah, sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So you want to take us through your setup. Now, somebody wanted to know, your setup. What is it about? I think I have a D750. He also has a D750. That's Paul Duce. So he wants to know, how you've been able to hook your 750 to your live stream. So tell us about it.
Yeah, so the camera is a 750. It's running through a capture card. I can't show you the capture card, but
okay.
Yeah, it's running.
It has a name.
Card. It's one of these Chinese brands. I mean, yeah. I basically, apart from the 750, which is an entry level full frame.
Entry level full frame 750. Wow.
I mean, I may be wrong. You also.
It's one of their flagships, though.
Yes, it is. But I'm looking at comparing it to the 850 and then the D5.
Oh, but you are going too far. But you,
yeah. So that's why I'm saying entry level full frame, because it's full frame is better than.
Then okay, if you're saying 750 is entry level, then the D600 and then the D610, what are they?
So one thing these manufacturers do is they put things here which is better in the other, and then you find it here. So they will never put everything in one. So I'll go for a particular one based on a particular feature. But for now, I'm just sticking to the 750. I'm not.
Okay, don't worry. We some of us will kill for Nikon, so don't worry.
If I want to. If I want to upgrade,
Tim, don't give me that face. Tim, don't give me that face.
You could do what? You rather die for Nikon. You die. Don't worry. You guys should come onto the dark side.
No. We want to maintain that. So yes, Adam.
Tim was asking why my face is soft. I'm
yes.
fine boy. I'm fine boy.
Oh, yeah.
What are you trying
Look
to
at
say? Are you
that.
trying to say that the two of us
No, no,
are?
Look at
I,
that. No,
I
I'm not part of the
beg,
fight because I'm using a
I
webcam.
beg, I beg. Oh, but Tim, your face is softer too. You know, I was also saying that. Why, Tim? You do some.
He's using the EOSR, so don't mind him.
So when I first set up, what happened was I was
Yeah.
too sharp. I think the contrast was too much. So I dialed down the contrast and the sharpness, and then
Where?
just a bit of
Where did you dial down all those things?
in camera.
Okay.
I dialed them in camera. So and just a bit of saturation, and then I felt I was okay, and I was like, okay, let me join.
Okay. Okay.
You guys.
So actually, the capture card is what made it possible for you to hook it up.
To hook it up to
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. And your light. Okay, you told that it's the 90 cm with the SL.
Yeah, SL60. Yeah.
Okay. And someone said you had some neon light or something
Oh,
like
you also
that.
use an SL60. Yeah?
Yes. So I have a ring light here, which that's what is giving me. I can turn. That's the ring light over there.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I just when I went off, I just brought it in to just last Saturday, someone was telling me that he thought ring lights was for ladies. I'm like,
Makeup artists.
I guess in my recent video, there's this halo sort of light behind me. So I was showing him what I use, and then he was like, I thought ring light was for them. I'm like, I guess the job done. So for me, I think anything that gets the job done, it's good until we are able to get this powerful gears. It's cool. So budget stuff, SL60, not 120D aperture, Godox 90 ring lights. If you put them together, it won't reach. I don't want to quote a figure, but it won't be much.
Okay, plus a capture card and your D750,
plus the capture
and you're
card,
good. Okay, so the next time we are going to be here again like that, you guys will see different. I mean, you won't be seeing this.
And you may be wondering, my audio is a Dex microphone. You can mount it on a boom arm, but it's a USB microphone. So this is what I use mainly for my videos. People were asking, I have a deep voice. Yes, I do, but I specifically bought this one because it picks the lower tones. So it gives me that luxury to relax and edit it very well to suit the type of voice I have. Yeah. And
Okay.
I've been getting comments as we try voiceovers. I'll see about that,
Another avenue for money making. I think people these voiceover people make some money. I'm sure it's not time consuming.
I admire them. I mean, it sounds when I set up and then I'm recording myself, when I'm done and I sit back and the microphone has a monitor, so you plug in your headphone and then you monitor yourself. So sometimes when I'm listening to myself, I sound so good. I'm like, let me just do some few lines and see. I tell you, and I enjoyed the whole feel doing a voiceover, with the headphone, everything like the ambience. And you were talking about my neon lights. It gives me the mood to work. So for me, the advice I can give to anybody out there who wants to start anything is create the environment that will make you happy. So if I come and if I show you my work area, it's a dedicated space, yes, but it's not this is supposed to be a dining table. I mean, this is the quarrel we've been having since it's supposed to be a dining table, but I've converted it into a work area. And when I added the neon lights, this when I'm done with everything, I just dismantle this whole thing off. That is the headache I have to go through every day. I don't have
it's a big headache.
Space like yourself to do this kind of stream. So apart from that, every other thing here, when I sit down to edit, like I'm happy.
You're supposed to. I mean,
Unlike then I was editing on my laptop. I used a desktop. I was editing on my laptop. I didn't have a desk. I didn't have a chair. I was in my small single room. It's like some 2x6 Charlie, lying on my bed. But so one of the things that has kept me going is I created the environment I enjoy working in for myself. I'm not there yet. Like my dream studio. I mean, you guys, you know that where we want to be, we are not there, but we are definitely getting there bit by bit. So just people say I don't have this, I don't have that. If you wait till you get them, you will never start. So the little you and I love the fact that you are using the webcam. Me, yeah.
Before I was using the FaceTime camera from the MacBook.
MacBook.
Yes. Then I got this H1080, but StreamYard supports up to just 720. This is like the Logitech, yes, but then it's a white label version. It's higher. The Logitech is 720, but this one is up to 1080, which even now I can't use the full capacity because StreamYard restricts to 7. The only thing I don't like about it is the wide thing, so it makes me warped, in the corners.
In the corners, yeah.
Because it's a wide angle lens, so even when it's closer to me, then I start distorting.
If you push it a bit further back, won't it solve that problem?
It will show more of the
yeah.
Yes,
I'm gone.
So you've gone off. I'm sure your screen is sleeping or something. So I'll just get a capture card so I can use my either the D3200 or the 750 for that. I'm sure your battery has died.
So I'm facing Tim's problem. I'm changing batteries.
Oh, okay. That happens. So eventually we'll all need to get the dummy batteries so we can plug it direct to.
For some, I didn't get one.
Yes, unless Amazon or AliExpress.
Kindly hold on for me a bit.
All right, these are things I expect China Mall to have, but they don't have most of these common basic things that you find on AliExpress. So earlier Nee wanted to come on, but I think he's off now. Okay, so guys, we've officially ended the session. Now we are just looking at some nitty-gritties, some content creator things. This has to do with those who have been procrastinating on content creation. I know there are people here who thought about starting this way back. In 2016, I created I think 2017, that was when I think 2016 or 2017, that was one of I created my channel. But Charlie,
2012.
So from 2016 to late, it was somewhere mid 2018. No, mid 2019. That was when I decided, okay, this is something I wanted. And by then I had posted just, I think, 2 videos. So from 2016 to 23 years, I posted just 2 videos. And mid last year to mid this year, see the impact that the channel has.
The channel has, yeah.
You see, so if you guys think you want,
even then, the policies for monetization were so flexible.
And yes, it was.
If we had jumped on those times, actually, we would have blown by this time. Because now,
so guys, if you have a passion, follow it. If yours is teaching, if yours is showing people how to do certain stuff, there are people here who can, it's handy things. Somebody can just go on YouTube and type how to fix a door handle, how to screw something, how to, basic stuff that you think people don't want to know. Yeah.
I was listening to I was watching Peter LinkedIn or something. He's Swedish. He has this.
I think I know that guy.
Yeah, PL. He has this red PL.
Yeah.
He started his channel as a bodybuilder. So
Yeah.
he was just posting things, his routines, bodybuilding routines, his life updates, lifestyle stuff. And then he quit his job and then he started photography. And the advice he gave was do what you love. If you are doing what you love, eventually somebody will find it useful, and that is where you blow. But
Mm-hmm.
if this copy work, yes, is there's no fixed way of doing things. So you can copy, but the question I ask those who copy is how authentic are you? If you are copying, you have to go and look at someone's channel to come and create your content. You have to go and look at what how person A is taking his photo to come and take yours. Then how authentic do you become?
Mm-hmm.
You get me? So
Yeah.
just if you want to start a channel, you may have an idea, probably based on what you've seen others do. You may want to replicate it. Ask yourself this one question: is it what you love doing, or you think they are making it, so you would also make it? If your answer is no, then forget it. Well, you can replicate and be better. As for that, I mean, yes, but if you are doing it because you think this person is doing it and is making it, so you want to also do something and make it, Charlie, you may get somewhere, but at the end of the day, you find it frustrating because now you are not authentic. It's not your real self. You are just copying someone and then replicating whatever they are doing. So eventually, you don't know the hurdles they had to cross to get to where they are, and then you just want to start all over and then be like them, and then you realize that Charlie, sorry, you just on it you. I mean, I've when I started YouTube, I've come to learn that content creation is never easy. Is one hectic job creating content that people love. I I wake up one day and then I'm like, this thing crowd that I'm about to talk about, would they like it? But
Mm.
trust me, those my best performing video from 2018 when I first uploaded my intro video to
Mm-hmm.
date is the video I did when I came back this year. Q&A. I was just there. I'm like, why don't I do a Q&A, like something fun? And that's my best performing video. It's running at par with my intro video, 353 views. And yeah, here we can't best performance. Somebody is waiting to hear 20K views. three 356 views thereabouts. But I'm saying it's best performing because that's like about 2 months old, and then the intro is over 2 years old, and it's still gaining the numbers. So once you start, anything that comes in your mind, fine tune it and put it there. Trust me, that is what will blow. The ones that you sit down to plan, hey, I wish I could share my screen. There's a day I recorded the video I spoke about happiness. That day I wasn't happy one bit.
Oh, you can share your screen. From the StreamYard video, just share your screen. I'll approve it, then it will show up.
Okay. Share screen.
Okay, I'm adding it.
Okay.
All right, your screen is now ours. We can see everything you're doing.
So, see, you see, I have like 20 videos here
Yeah.
talking about happiness. That was the first take I did on that particular video when I took it to post. See the lighting, and for some reason it looked good in camera. For some,
But I think this is okay.
when you see I do. So what happened was I had gone to watch color correction video, right? So I dialed in some settings on the camera, and I came to record, thinking, say, oh, by the time I'll be done editing. No, you bab.
Yeah,
So-
because this is what Evans talked about. Evans was like, depending on your technicality, sometimes we look at the technical parts too much. That's
Too much.
because
Yeah.
we understand, I'm an IT person, I'm a photographer. So when I do a video, I'm looking at it with some critical eyes.
Aye,
You get it?
exactly.
But the one
Exactly.
watching is concerned about the content, what I'm bringing and what they are gaining from that. You get it? So Evans explained that, even him, he's like a perfectionist. He
Yeah.
wants everything to be
Yeah.
set the way he wants. If it doesn't look well to him, or if he sees some small technical error, boom, he just discards it. But your viewers want the message, the content.
The content.
Even though a good video matters, but the message, or if sometimes even with retouching, you retouch a picture, look at it the next day, you will see fault, and you want to retouch it again. You look at it third day, you will still see faults.
You still see faults, and then you
Yes.
want to do it again.
So I think sometimes we try being too hard on ourselves because before I started this live stream, my main concern was video, the quality of the video.
The quality of the video, yeah.
Yes. So I was using my
I've been
phone.
at live streams.
I was using my phone, and I was like, no, now I want to do like live retouching. I don't want to put my phone, like the camera, on the screen for them to be seeing. So I was doing OBS, with that. Then I was like, okay, why don't I tried the webcam at a point, then I added some Allo China lights, selfie lights on myself. To me, I realized it wasn't that nice, but I was like, okay, now people can see me whilst I retouch at the same time. Yes.
Time. Yeah.
Then soon started being on my head, the background and all that. Then I looked at it. I watched one of the videos after, and I was like, yeah, the background was too somewhere. Then I started changing. Then Evans brought his pressure. He showed us his lighting setup and all that. Then
Evans' setup is crazy.
I mean, a church in Ghana, like most churches in Ghana, don't even have that kind of setup.
See, I don't want to mention a church, but most churches have this one capture card.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
One camera.
You
the
see,
the best you get is a switcher and a capture card.
Yes, even live events, the live events that we have, I've seen one. It's like it's a whole complex thing. They even those ones bring like television stuff. They don't have this kind of the modern thing, like the ATEM he's using. No. They brought a whole production thing over there. So I saw it. I was like, nah, this is the direction. I wasn't even using lights. Now I'm using my LED panel in my 80 cm Godox umbrella box overhead. I wasn't using all these things before. But after I saw what Evans did, I was like, no, gradually we can improve. Yeah. Now I would have said that, okay, I'm waiting till I get the SL, till I get the capture card to get my thing and all that. But I was like, no, the message, the content really matters. There are people who are inspired, so I was like, so all these excuse me to say, but all these shitty webcam videos that I was doing from without proper lighting, people were still coming on every evening to watch. Yeah. You get it? So I'm like, no, I owe them quality video. Then I started. Today I fixed this thing just today with my assistant. He's here, Etonam. We did this together. I sent him to China Mall to get most of the stuff. And you see, so gradually, the next time I'll try getting, after we'll talk about the capture card. I have two friends outside who want to send me capture cards, but because of the lockdown and all that.
And you see, the thing is, now if you upgrade, people will see the growth and appreciate it. You understand? And you yourself, you see the growth and appreciate it. But if you want to start boom, there's no learning for you.
Yeah.
You understand?
You don't have a story to tell.
You don't have a story to tell. Okay, I started small. So if you're advising somebody to start small, the person wants to get it. The last time Osei Kwame chanced on my first video on YouTube. He was like, hey,
you've come far.
See, I've gone far because this was me. So what happened was I just woke up one day, mounted camera and recorded. And to me, I thought that
you were doing something.
And going back to watch all those videos, I see growth. You understand? I've appreciated the amount of investment I had to put in learning to become a better person. But if you want, I was always waiting. I need a mic. I need a good camera. You know, you get a you get everything you want, yet you won't start.
I did the same thing. Oh, those 3 years of follow period. That's what I was doing.
You get everything you want, yet you would never start because you still want more. Because every day, trust me, type YouTube setup, you see something better than someone else's, the one you saw.
Every day, new things.
This guy, full-time filmmaker, Charlie, that guy's setup is crazy. But he also says it that is 7 years of work.
Yes.
You see,
You don't just get
So,
up one day.
get up one day and then you are there. If you ask me, sometimes I have to chip in cash, not in from photography, but from elsewhere to put in this to become better because and talking about upgrade, people always want to upgrade. I need a new camera, I need a new
gear acquisition syndrome.
See, if you've never finished learning the one you have, there's no point getting a newer one. And the thing is, if you want to get a new gear, ask yourself, does it have something better that you need? Not just better, that you need. That's
Or
the
not
one
just
you have.
something, not just a want.
You see, that you need, that the current one you are using doesn't have. If the answer is yes, then yes, always upgrade. Other than that, see, you keep buying gears. You may have the money, yes, but you may never see the value the gear will bring you because you can get the best gear. I've seen people with a Mark IV, I've seen people with a D5, yet they produce shitty images. Like, sorry for the
That's
word,
true.
but they produce, and I'm like, you have all of this. And that is when I realized, see, it's not the camera, it is you behind the camera.
But the camera also matters.
It
The
does,
same
yeah.
as the one behind the camera. I mean,
the
see
same-
how you guys are using high end, and then
No, you
see
see-
how it's making your stream, good. You get it.
the
And we
point.
those with webcams too, we are trying.
No, but the point I'm trying to make is, if you learn the tool very well, you can be able to make the best out of it. You see, this is
Yes,
just a
that one,
this is just a
is
this
true.
is just a webcam. You see people Zoom conferences and then they are dark, but you've known that you have to put a light in front of you to be able to be
You're
well
right.
lit. You understand? So
And the
gradually,
angle of the camera and all that.
So if someone should come to you and ask you, "Oh, I have a webcam, I want to do this," you have that expertise to coach the person on what to do. But if you didn't learn in quote, and you just jumped onto something and then you started, you are not able to. You may be doing well, but you can't teach people. So people then tend to question your authenticity. Like, okay, so this guy, okay, probably then somebody even shoots and edits for him. So, Charlie, start with what you
Anyway,
have. That is all I can tell
start
people.
with what you are. Don't stop procrastinating. I say 3 years. I don't know if you know of this guy, Matt Granger.
Matt, yeah.
Yeah, he used to
Yeah.
be the Nikon guy.
That's Nikon guy. Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
how he started with. And I used to, I was so inspired. I wanted to be like him. The way this guy will be shooting, just put one camera here, one here, recording him. When he's done, he just puts them together, and I was watching all his. There was a time I was downloading every video he put out. I said I wanted to be like him. Now this guy is touring the whole world with YouTube, fame, and I'm now starting back where I dropped. So it's just words of encouragement. Don't say Ghananie is doing live sessions and it seems to be working. So me too, let me go and do live sessions. Some people, yeah, you might not be a good talker, you might not be good at interacting with people, you might not be that kind of thing. This, I never imagined myself doing this. It was the lockdown that brought about the retouch, and I realized, why should I always be like the only person they can see and then retouching and all that? Why can't I bring other people on to also be part, so that me alone talking and all that is boring? Yeah. Then I started exploring. Then me told me about StreamYard. I was using OBS with poor MTN service, so it was always buffering. Then he told me about StreamYard, and now
You're using the paid version.
yes, my people here contributed and then bought a subscription.
Wow.
You see, so just like that, that tells that what people really appreciate what's going on here.
What's
Because
going on?
there are times we go 3 hours, 30 minutes, and they don't even want to leave.
Charlie,
You see,
you see, interacting with your community, you know, in YouTube we call it community. Interacting with your community, it's fun.
Mm,
When they introduced the premiere feature, I was
yeah,
like, see, this is great because you can still have that interaction. You don't have to wait till, you know, the video is done uploading and then they'll have to watch and they always have to go and reply comments. I mean, yeah, that feature is still there, but whilst you are premiering, you can still have that interaction with
yeah,
the
you can be
community.
explaining stuff to them and all
You
that.
understand? Yeah. So it's fun doing this. Trust me. I can spend 4 hours of my time watching the live stream. Most of the times I've been on a live stream, I'm just like,
You see, so
and I'm
guys,
watching.
you might think people won't be interested and all that, but Charlie, you post sometimes you post this thing 1 whole week, you've not even gotten 50 views. But
50.
Charlie, don't give up.
20 stuff.
Don't give up. You know, most of these people, there is this guy. He's a new guy I'm watching, but he has, I think he's held pony. He's a black guy. He also went on break for a long time, then came back. I will check his name, and then he just appeared on my timeline, and I started watching his videos. You know, the same thing. Just find what you enjoy doing, and then do it.
Do it.
You know,
True.
don't just do it because somebody is doing it. No, find what you enjoy doing, and with time. Now I post. I don't even get up to 100 in my target is okay. When I post within the first 24 hours, let me just get 100 views. That's all I want. First 24 hours, 100 views, and I'm okay. A time will come, I'll be getting 1K views within 1 hour and all that, and I'll be like, wow, I've come far, you know. But for now, if I should follow like the views and all that, I'll just give up, you know. But I know there are people, I'll be there, people will just text me, Charlie, I watched this your tutorial, you're really helping me and all that. I don't go live, and I have a constant group of people who always text or call me and find out, yo, why are you not live this evening or something like that. T-Flex says what? Please bring some of your models on. Okay, next week I'm going to bring not photographers, models, makeup artists on. So T-Flex, just be ready. Next week is going to be, I think maybe from Wednesday going, it will be models and makeup artists. No more photographers. Are you happy now, T-Flex? You want to see women, eh? And today MTN called me. I think they've seen my complaints and all that. So they said now there is fiber in my neighborhood. I haven't seen the cables yet, but they are saying.
Let me check.
Because I know Spintex has, but I'm more than 200 meters away from the main road, and they said they can't lay that long. Today they called me that they have fiber.
People are wondering if I work at MTN. I don't work at MTN.
They call that now they have fiber in my neighborhood, and that they will swap my table net for fiber, but then whatever data I have on, they will migrate it to my fiber and all that. Yeah, Davis, I know your estate has fiber, but I don't have it here.
So the other side, okay.
It's on the main road.
Yeah,
they have it on the main road, but even Vodafone has their fiber up to the community apartment, and it's about 100 meters from my end. But they came to survey. They said they couldn't lay cable. Plenty. They are just not serious.
The thing with MTN is they don't like crossing main roads.
But the thing is, MTN is down there. They are not even close. But since they say, I asked her, "Are you sure? Do you really know where I am?" She said, "Oh, the technicians will come and check." I said, "Oh, fine. That's what I wanted to get, but because it wasn't available, I went for the table net." Yeah, it was working fine from the beginning, but just around the lockdown, when they increased their prices, boom, it just went dead like that. Because I bought the table net mainly for live streaming.
as me personally, I won't subscribe to the tablets, though I've recommended it to those who don't.
Oh, it was good though. I even did a review
Now-
on it. It
now,
was no, right
I
now.
mean,
They forget.
now.
Right now, I won't recommend anybody. Never. I won't recommend it. There was a
Oh,
time
but
I went to the mall
there are
at the
these guys
entrance.
around though. I can mention a few. This, if they are watching, they should pay me. There's Teledata Cloud One. They use radio communication, so they'll come
Okay.
and mount this dish like, then just by
Okay,
your house.
I've seen it a couple of times. I've seen the teledata,
Yeah,
and I know
their
even
speed
Seller
their bandwidth
Seller
is very-
uses teledata, and I'm sure those ones are
Teledata.
dedicated. You have a dedicated IP
Yeah,
also.
yeah, and their
Yeah,
bandwidth
nothing
is
beats
very
dedicated IPO. Once you're dedicated, Charlie.
shared on.
Anyways, we'll take it as small. We'll get it. So now my only thing is internet. So once I'm praying that they come and fix it. Once they fix it, I might go back to OBS because I don't know. I love OBS. One, it's free. Two, it's robust. You can do a whole lot of stuff with it.
Does it allow join
no, so
being
with
able
that
to
you have to
join
use Zoom or Skype.
Zoom? Yeah, then you just
Yes.
feed.
So with even that, I designed an interface during the lockdown. I wanted to do a whole lot, but then internet was during the lockdown. The table net was excuse me to say, but it was shitty. Hey, because I designed like these TV when you're watching TV when they like CNN when they call a correspondent the way that it will be two is via Skype, but you won't see the Skype things. They will
The
crop
Skype
all
thing,
those things.
Yeah,
And all that. So I did a template and all that. But thank God I found StreamYard, which is simple. You don't need to install anything. It's web-based.
I've seen you were the first I saw, and then now almost everybody who does live, I've seen them jump on it.
Yeah, but because ours now is the paid version,
people come on and
they don't even know. So now I could just put I had my logo there, but it looked nasty. So I just took it off.
Now you can also change the background. I realized.
Yeah, I put this one there.
Okay.
So let me see. There was nothing better there to use. I didn't want to use just the plain one. So I just decided to leave it like that.
Leave it like this.
Yeah.
It works. I mean, once they can hear you, they can see you, and they can
exactly.
interact.
Yeah. So I think I didn't even pay attention to it. Okay, I think it's gone back to blank now, right?
The blank, yeah.
I should design something nice and put it there. I didn't even think about it.
Eventually, it gets better.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't start, you wouldn't have known this, and the wealth of knowledge you know now.
Yeah. So even this, it was me and AJ. I was doing OBS and always it was buffering and all that. You know, I was retouching with the same machine that I was streaming OBS on. And those two things are like RAM killers.
The resources they pull.
So it was always buffering. So he was like, "Oh, there is. I should try
StreamYard.
This was StreamYard." I tried it and the thing that I liked most was the fact that other people could join in without needing to install anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, so guys, I think now we can release you guys to go and sleep. Even though there is the team, we die here. They are there. When I say let's go, they will come out and be telling me they die here. Like Davis Mensah, he's enjoying fiber. He doesn't want to go. Seun today is at work. So
11 people watching.
No,
now.
they are there. Just if you like, let me just tell them that let's go right now. You will see they will come out right now and start telling me we die here. Seun is at work. So Catalyst was instead of him coming to join me as my co-host, he was enjoying the thing from backstage. And there's I think Cassie also falls asleep usually. She'll be watching and then fall asleep. Yes. And then there are the silent people. They like everything going on, but they just don't want to talk. They just want to enjoy what's going on.
Okay. They
are also there.
They are showing up.
You see. So guys, this is where we bring this to an end. We will continue tomorrow. I haven't put anybody on yet. So I might start with the models and makeup artists tomorrow. So based on their availability, tomorrow we'll start having new faces. You see, so Wilbernatic says, enjoying school Wi-Fi. Teolabi, are you also there? Okay, you see, Osikeni says we die here. Gilbert, you see them?
I've seen them. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
David says 5 minutes more.
You see, 5 minutes more. Saying, what are we doing? 5 minutes more. T-Flex, what are we doing again in 5? So we are done for tonight. Tomorrow we'll be back with something new. Maybe with a makeup artist or a model. They are all shy. You see, they are all shy. I keep talking to them like, "Wait, Charlie, your people, I'm like, no, they are just photographers. Nobody, you just come tell us what you want us to know. We won't ask you questions you don't want to answer. Even though I don't send them questions. All the questions I've been asking, like, they are just random. Yes. So I want that kind of interactivity.
What I was watching, I wanted to find out, did you at Catalyst, I was like, did you guys attend any journalism school? Did you do any?
No.
Because the questions are so, people do this and then they are just there. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to ask. The questions are so professional. So you guys are doing a good job.
The thing is, I like, I watch local TV. I don't like watching. So mostly I'm watching a series or things online. And, from when I watch movies, even though it's acted, I like the way the way they approach questions. It's objective, not like just asking for asking sake. So before I bring somebody on, I try as much as possible to go do some research about them so that I don't ask just generic questions. If let's say team 1000words, they are good with corporate and weddings. Ben Bond came good with commercial, and all those people. I had to do some background checks and then know the kind of questions people will be interested in. I can't bring a retoucher and be asking them basic questions. No, there are some things people really want to know. They are shy because of the distance people
and asking him about social studies.
Yes, you see. So that's it. I try to do some, and I have a friend who also, behind the scenes, he gives me, some of the questions to ask, but I don't let my guests know what questions I'm going to ask them. I want that genuine answer. It's not like they prepared before coming.
Come and answer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's that, guys. You guys have been supporting from day one. See, the first day I went live, I think there were about just maximum 5 people. And sometimes I'll be like, this thing, you're going to waste your bandwidth. You'll go there and only 5 people will be there and all that. Then, the first live discussion we had after the lockdown, we had about close to 40 people on here. I was like, wow. So that was what pushed me. There were times I didn't feel like coming live, but I was like, Charlie, these people trust in you. They want. And if I don't come live, there are people who actually call me and be like, why are you not live? Some I have to apologize to them. You see?
My wife is calling. My wife is the one who has waved.
Let me check. Winifred?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, hi, Mrs. You guys, they give us pressure. What is this? My wife. Me too, I'll go marry some.
That girl way.
It's yes, good. So, guys, we've come to the end of tonight's tonight's session, and we'll be back again tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. If we delay a bit, then it's some technical issues.
Good night,
madam. Okay, you, madam. I understand, and it's a coded message.
No, but I'm not there. So who is she good nighting?
No, it is a coded message. She's talking to me that I should release you. It's a coded message, so I'm gone. I don't want trouble. No wahala. Okay, so guys, we'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Charlie, we'll talk backstage, yeah?
All right.
Thanks, guys, for being part of this. Enjoy your night.